Then I lost it.
You was at 100 days?
I was at 100 days and
make
I
that
lost
100
it.
apiece. You know you can get that back. You have to go to, click the rubies at the top and go through it. You may have to, you might have enough rubies. If not, get with me. I'll get you your rubies. I have enough rubies.
I had loads of rubies. That was the worst. I just couldn't log onto the site. It was down, and I still lost my streak.
And
I
you
was
still
like,
lost it. Yeah, you have to. If you want your streak back, I'll give you enough rubies.
No, I haven't done it for a year. So
that's okay. You can buy it back with the rubies though.
Oh, okay.
And it'll be there.
Well, okay. Anyhow.
A4 on the board.
A4 on the board, and take a look at the Black Queen. She is fighting for her life.
Yeah, this is not fun for Black.
No.
I mean, this is not. They call it a poison pawn for a reason. If we go back here, Queen B6, D takes C5. Not that this is a poison pawn, but man, White has so much more fun than Black does in all of these lines.
Yeah. And
this Queen looked like
it completely
it's
is
like
trapped.
I mean,
you have to worry about moves like E4 coming and then Bishop coming to C1,
Knight D4 or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, one Queen B2. Come on, are you kidding me?
Is the Queen going to get chased around the board?
Are you kidding me? You ain't look at the Queen.
Yeah, but you can't get to her. She's got her mouse hole all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh no, are the players going to agree to draw?
You want to draw, bro? Let's see. And no, they literally are repeating. Oh no! I spoke too soon. I think he just played C3. Yeah, Queen D2. I actually saw this. Wow, the idea is literally to trap the Queen, but I saw Knight E4.
Then Queen takes pawn.
Yep, Queen takes pawn. I think that's the problem.
But the game still continues because there's yeah, and the game still continues because the Queen takes C2 is on the board, and the Queen can get out to F5.
Oh, the Queen does. I mean, the Queen can get out. D7 is hanging, but also B3 is hanging, and the Rook will be hanging. Like, there's just
crazy.
What is this nonsense, right? But Grischuk is making him think, and Grischuk does spend a lot of his time. So,
he's actually gone for moving the bishop out to F5.
Okay.
Eyeing up the C2 pawn. But now the knight can come to D4. But still, you have to calculate knight coming to E4 on every single turn.
Yeah, it's quite annoying.
If I were, I think I would go. A bishop takes knight played.
Oh wait, okay. Bishop takes C6. Nothing yet. It's going to show up on our board in a minute.
And how to? Yeah, but how are you going to control the E4 square? And at the same
F3
time,
and C2's hanging.
Yeah, but then C2 hangs. Yeah.
94 Queen A5, maybe.
Oh, it's like Arjun is trying to say you've got 99 problems, not just your queen. Pawn on C6, Queen is gonna. Yeah, it's not easy. I mean, I think you need to not care about your light square bishop and just care about the C6 pawn and drop the Queen, get her out of Dodgeville. But we have a move.
Oh, he played.
He did play Queen B7.
Had to go all the way back, probably best.
And you'll move Queen A5 on the board.
Nice
stuff. And how much time does Grischuk have? 22 seconds.
20 seconds.
And he's fighting against Arjun's 1 minute and 13.
Oh, he played 94, but F3 now kicks it back.
Now kicks it back,
he's
but
definitely a driver's seat.
You're going to have to go back to where you came from. Knight to F6.
Yikes.
Unless he's going to go in a counter-attack, but that doesn't work.
99 problems with the Queen was just one. You're funny. You caught that from Ivanka. Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
whoa. What just happened?
Let's go back.
What did he play?
He went for the counter.
Whoa.
He went E5.
He went E5. Trade him off. What is this nonsense? Blitzing out the moves here. 10 seconds for Grischuk. He makes a move. King H8.
King H8, but okay, the Queen just needs to get herself on D3, and the Rook can swing to H3, and
double-edged.
It is very double-edged. But I have to say one thing though: if Black were to get into an endgame, White is going to be in big trouble.
That's correct. Double pawns too. Pawn island.
And it's mainly because of the E3 pawn, and that's why the Queen has come out to G4,
attacking the knight.
Attacking the knight.
Your bishop.
Yeah.
Queen
Fair do, right?
You take, I take, right?
Exactly. The Queen I like your idea of dropping the queen back, and Arjun goes for it.
Yeah, queen e1's a nice move. We just need to get the queen back into the game, and there are some problems with it being on a5, so we just bring it back.
And the bishop comes out to f4. Still, I mean, it does feel that black is simply going to round up the pawn on f6.
Whoa.
Just go rook g6.
6 seconds.
6 seconds.
Okay,
What
but
did
he made
play?
that move at 5 seconds on the clock. Queen f1.
Ooh. And there you
Takes.
see, he's just simply taking that bishop,
Yep.
that knight. That was a bit surprising to me because it felt like it was releasing the tension too early.
I believe it. And rook e1, they're
Rook
playing on
e1.
increment.
e2 in the air. And what is the rook doing on h3?
Oh, this is
Oh
the rook.
my goodness me.
Oh, okay, I didn't know what
Oh,
this
I mean,
was.
Arjun,
Whoa, what
Arjun
is
in
that?
big trouble again.
No,
Oh
what did
no,
he
he
Oh,
took.
Queens, okay. So didn't see queen f4 happen. I just saw queen on f4. Aronian
Yeah,
beats Vakhidov. We have a result there.
Okay. And here, Arjun again in trouble.
It really is. Take. Rook's active.
And there you see the players are just blitzing out
Oops,
there. I
sorry,
mean,
here we go.
already
Take.
the rook is on a4. The take happened.
Take. Yeah, I mean, okay, it's supposed to be draw,
It is a
right?
draw.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the king. In order for this to be a win, you need to get your
correct.
dream work. No, teamwork.
Makes the dream work. There we go.
And the players
Another result.
have agreed a draw.
Kramnik with a win over Bibisara.
Okay. That was a draw between. And that means, whoa,
What's it looking like?
Aronian, half a point away from
Man, he's
Erigaisi
catching
in
them,
the
but he
overall
still
score.
has not gotten them.
Martirosyan,
Yes,
still
Hayk,
going.
yeah,
Let's go there.
We also have Boris and Vincent with a draw.
Okay.
Definitely like white here. Martirosyan. Yeah, this is looking ugly for black.
And Sindarov and Lagno are still
It
playing.
might be resignation. Dang, what a move.
It is resignation.
Sheesh. Rook h2, yeah, it's GG, yeah.
And finally, one game outstanding, and that is Sindarov against Lagno. And whoa,
I mean, it repeats?
well, hang on a second. Someone is a piece up. Lagno is a piece up.
Oh, she is here. It just doesn't feel like that. Like, I saw the move back. Oh, she's just instantly moving. She's running out of time.
Well, she does have 5 seconds.
Yeah. Knight back and forth. Don't try this at home or try this at home. That knight, you see, gaining so much time. It
Yeah,
doesn't seem like it,
but
though,
it's
the
not
clock.
improving her position, though. And
This is a meme,
the
guys.
knight is
Can we
gonna come
count
to
it?
b2.
Oh, man, please, somebody count this up.
Well, she can go knight b2, and now go back to knight c4.
I mean, this is hilarious. She moved that knight like 8 times at least.
Yeah. But now the c pawn doesn't have any defenders, but they're playing so quickly.
Yeah.
It just really is anything goes. And the
That's
knight
a
on
long game.
b2, out of play. And White's plan is just simply at one point to move the rook from h5 somewhere.
Look at that. Look how it's stuck in there, too. I might as well just shake hands.
It's completely entombed, isn't it? The rook on h5.
Call it a draw.
No, but I mean, why call it a draw? It's a battle of wits.
It's a battle of wits here, huh? And time and speed. We do have a interesting imbalance, though. 2 rooks versus the extra minor, but 1 rook I can't really move without playing. I can move like g5.
Yeah.
Something happened. Wait.
What is happening?
I think she called the arbiter.
She has called the arbiter.
I think she's claiming a draw from this position, which is crazy.
Well,
Well,
that's
maybe-
a good technique, right?
Yeah, call a draw.
To call the draw, especially if like it's because then you will find out how many times they have repeated the position, and there we can see the players taking deep breaths as they are recovering from that fiery, fast-paced blitz duel. And the game isn't over. The arbiter has been called. Presumably, Kateryna Lagno is claiming a draw.
Yeah, I think she's claiming the draw.
And Sindarov, twirling their piece, trying to get rid of that nervous energy.
That's right. That's right. Make sure you twirl your piece under the table, not in front of your opponent. It is distracting. I know this because I was at a tournament. Somebody was like, yo, don't do that. I was like, oh, shoot, I guess I'm distracting the guy. But also, it's important to claim these draws when you see them, which means she had to have good technique to remember.
And it's her time, so clearly she's going to say, if I put my knight on this square, we've repeated the position 3 times.
Mm-hmm. Is that a Maria cam?
That is a Maria cam.
Maria cam.
And there you see. Have you ever claimed 3-fold repetition, 50 move?
No, never claimed it. Never have claimed a 50 move. Here's the
here
Arbiter.
Comes the Arbiter, and the Arbiter says, yep, it's a draw.
Okay.
And well claimed by Kateryna Lagno.
Wow.
Wow.
That's one loss for her?
So she's had 1 loss, 1 win. No, 3 draws.
3 draws, that's it?
3 draws.
Oh, okay, 3 draws and a loss.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Hou Yifan has had 2 victories and 2 losses.
Yeah, she's playing good.
They're
Much better
playing
than
good.
yesterday.
And they're getting used to the time control and the pace. And there we can see it is a 10-minute break until the next round. And so let's take a recap of the round 15 results. And there we see Sindarov draw against Kateryna Lagno. For Hayk Martirosyan, he defeated Hou Yifan, and Erigaisi managed a draw against Alexander Grischuk in a crazy game. Levon Aronian beat Vakhidov, and Vladimir Kramnik also defeated Bibisara Assaubayeva, whereas it was a draw, very peaceful result.
Very peaceful.
In the game between Vincent Keymer and Boris Gelfand.
That's right. That's right. Well, pretty good stuff. Of course, we got more chess. Got to take a short break, guys. So stretch the leg, get some water. Of course, get the blood flowing, and we'll be back in a few minutes, I guess. Here,
See you on the other side.
Сәтті Жулdyz акционерлік қоғамы Қазақстандағы бірыңғай лотерея операторы. Ұлттық лотерея ақшалай ұтыстардан бөлек талай қазақстандыққа пәтер мен автокөлік сыйлады. Компания көптеген жобаларға демеушілік жасайды. Спорттың дамуына қаржылай көмек көрсету, Қазақстан халқына қоғамдық қорын қолдау, білім гранттарын бөлу, мемлекеттік тілді дамыту, сұлу жобасы, зағип бүлдіршіндердің ел қатарлы дамуына жағдай жасау. Ауыл мектептері мен спорт клубтарын спорттық жабдықтармен қамтамасыз ету, мұқтаж жандарды азық-түлікпен қамтамасыз ету. Сәтті Жулdyz, сапа мен жауапкершілік мекені.
8 компаний, 15 стран и 2 миллиона пользователей. 1 бренд и 1000 возможностей. Цифровая экосистема Freedom – это инвестиции, банкинг, страхование, платежи, покупка смартфонов, билеты на мероприятия, шины и диски для авто. Стоп, шины? Мы даже шины оцифровали. Мы охватываем максимум направлений, чтобы дать вам ультрасовременный сервис во всем. Freedom Broker. Умножайте сбережения правильно. Инвестируйте на мировом уровне. Freedom Bank. Цифровая ипотека, автокредит и инвестиционная карта – это быстро, удобно и легко. Freedom Insurance. Страхование нового поколения. Подписка за несколько кликов, и вы защищены. Freedom Life. Наша работа – это ваше спокойствие и безопасность. Freedom Mobile. Супербыстрый способ обновить телефон, а главное – качественный сервис. Freedom Pay. Управляйте вашим бизнесом через приложение, совершайте платежи без ограничений. Freedom Drive. Большой выбор колес и шин от мировых производителей. Быстрая доставка. Всего за 2 часа. Удобный интерфейс. Тикетон. И посещайте кино, театры, концерты вместе с нами. Наш главный актив – это люди. 2 миллиона пользователей, 4000 профессионалов, сотни тысяч акционеров. Спасибо, что создаете Freedom вместе с нами. Экосистема Freedom стирает границы и объединяет людей. Будьте первыми в экосистеме первых.
Барлық су бірдей ме? Адам қолымен өзгертілгені де бар. Табиғаттан жаратылғаны да бар. Табиғи минералдары бар суды ізде. Туран табиғаттан жаратылған.
Let's go!
And we've had a dramatic start so far to the second day in the Blitz portion of the Satty Zhuldyz Chess Festival. Today is the last day, so from now on, every single point will count. And to those viewers who just joined us, I'm Ivanka Hauska, and it's a great pleasure, as always, to be here with FIDE Master, Jedi Mind Master,
Yes.
James Canty, third. And here are the pairings for round 16.
Wow.
And Kateryna Lagno playing Vincent Keymer, whereas Boris Gelfand will meet Vladimir Kramnik. Very old rivals. Vakhidov will play Erigaisi, whereas Grischuk meets Martirosyan. And then, what happened there?
That says
That says referee. Well, we don't know what's happened there.
Yeah.
Hou Yifan will play Sindarov. the referees want to get in on the action.
That's a chess boxing match right there. Okay, that's going to be nice to see.
Okay, and we are probably seconds away from the start of play. And
Where do you want to go?
head to the players.
In fact, we already have moves.
Let's go there. Okay, so I'm kind of interested in Levon Aronian.
Let's do it.
He's playing Bibisara Assaubayeva.
Okay, and Levon, is this that? He told me, it's funny, we were at breakfast, I think, one day. He said that this is garbage, what he's playing with black. He was like, yeah, I used to play this, but it's garbage. And I was like, so it's him playing it right now. It's just funny to see.
Yeah, well, he was posturing like, there you go, what you got. Well, I mean, black is cramped. There's no denying that. And white has space. White has the possibility of breaking with f2, f4. And that's an idea, just getting the king to safety. Whereas black, well, it's very difficult for black to organize something. You have to go knight e8 or go put the knight out to h5 and then go for your f5 pawn break. But there have been some moves. The two sides have castled, and the bishop did come out to g5, just provoking black to play h6. I'm not sure about that move, just primarily because I think it's a move that black actually wants to play.
That's right.
And then bishop e3, rook b8, queen c1, king h7, king h1.
Okay, little king moves there. Very nice.
Yeah.
I mean,
but there's I was going to say, white is clearly brewing up for f4.
They both are ready to go. f4 with a move there. Yeah, this is classical stuff. You see this lots of times in King's Indians, Benoni's. And this was a check Benoni, I think, here. So trying to get b5 in, which is restricted.
And I like the way that Bibisara is playing. She shows no fear whatsoever. She's like, okay, I'm going to capture the pawn towards the center. And there you see, she had such an overwhelming space advantage that Levon Aronian had to make a break. And big question here is, queen c2 is a nice move, connecting the rooks, but I also was wondering whether white could also start playing knight to g3. Ooh, he's really provoking things on knight f6 because you're just asking white to actually push forward with the e-pawn.
Absolutely.
I love to push forward with my pawns, so I would
just take, right? This is actually a pawn.
Yeah.
This is interesting here. Maybe you had knight g4 as an in-between move. Wait, what happened here? Okay, wait,
probably.
Knight g3, knight g4. It's alive.
Well, there's some stuff happening, right? How scary is this queen and knight?
Yeah, that is the question.
To me, not so scary.
I don't have anything next.
Exactly. But I still would be tempted to put a rook on d1 and then threaten to go e5.
E or D.
Yeah, I kind of want to push forward with d6.
It's actually on the board. Rook 80.
Rook a1, yeah. Nice. Still no horrible things happening on the king side. And there we see Bibisara on the screen. She's looking incredibly focused.
You know what? Sometimes I keep forgetting this is 3 minutes. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's a good position. Let's just calculate. And then I look up, oh, wait, I had a minute 30. Like, I have to move so fast here.
Well, someone who is moving super fast is Levon Aronian.
So annoying, right? He's just lightning speed, bro.
Bibisara's on 1.5 minutes. She's used up half her time. Levon, he's got over 2 minutes.
Yeah, he's like, yes, whatever. Another day in office.
He is playing a very dodgy line.
He is.
I have to say, he is really playing some risky chess. And, Bibisara actually eliminating that knight on g4. And I agree with you. Now is the time. Push that pawn forward.
I think taking f4 is kind of annoying. But, I mean, we do have the e-pawn that's passed.
Yeah. But, I mean, if not that, then what is white doing?
Yeah, you're right.
Although you could perhaps, try and trade off queens.
The golden rule?
Golden rule.
Oh, okay.
Trade queens and play the endgame.
Well, you also need to play the clock too as well here, as I have 40 seconds coming up on 40.
And let's just checking out the camera again.
She makes a move. I think she's
she
going
has
for
gone for
E4.
E4.
Take, F. Whoa, he just,
A5?
oh yeah, he was like, ha. No, I'm going to take the pawn on C4. Wow. Like, give me the pawn. 30 seconds here. She has to move very quickly. I don't see anything to attack. Maybe E6 just to make some space there, make the bishop a little bad, worse than what it is. Oh, but then it hangs here and here. Sheesh. Oh, tricky Levon.
But no, E6 is fine because after bishop takes, you can simply capture with the
queen. Nobody wants to do that.
Those pawns are too nice.
They are nice, though.
I mean, they're going to be great pawns in the endgame. Okay, queen goes to D2. Nice. So threatening D6. Getting out of harm's way.
I'm a fan. D6 and bring the knight in. E6.
Exactly, eyeing up the H6 pawn as well.
Right.
And, still, the clock is a huge problem here for Bibisara. She only has 19 seconds remaining. She does get 2 seconds extra per move. And Levon, he is playing such bold chess.
Bold.
Yeah, he's not developed any of his pieces to their optimum squares. Instead, he's just simply saying, you know what, I'm just going to play very risky chess and try to maximize those pawns that I have.
Wow.
Rook FF1. He's just playing on the clock. He's just playing on the clock. And now, I mean, he might work though. D6. F4. Bishop B.
Oh, that might be a resi on
that
the
is
spot.
it. Resignation. And
Yikes.
Levon Aronian, well,
Man,
his
look at
strategy pays off big time.
Menacing bishop. What a bishop. What the heck? You can't block with anything. I mean, you can, but it's just more decisive.
Yeah. I mean, it's an effective strategy. Play something that's not the best objectively, and then, force your opponent to think. And when it comes to those critical moments, they will spot.
Absolutely.
They won't spot things. And blunder. And then we have another result. And Arjun Erigaisi, and he beats
Vakhidov?
Vakhidov. Oh, Vakhidov is not having a good day today.
Wow, what's his record today?
He's lost 3 in a row.
Out of 4?
Yeah.
Out of 5, right?
Yeah, okay, so shall we go to Hayk's game? Hayk Martirosyan's.
Okay.
And Hayk's playing black, and his opponent is 3-time former world Blitz champion, Alexander Grischuk.
Grischuk, who's up a little bit of time, which is surprising. He's usually down a lot of time.
Well, up a little bit of time. It's like literally one is playing 16 seconds, the other one's 20 seconds.
Knight C5. Wow, he didn't want to play Rook A2, huh? Maybe there was something to that, but takes, and I have the exchange. I also get the pawn on C4, and I have a very connected pawn chain. So, interesting compensation.
Yeah, and E5 is such a risky move because you allow White to step forward with D5. And there are pins galore. I don't approve of that because before, you could perhaps blockade those pawns on the light squares with your knight. Here, it's gonna. Here you can see. Grischuk is trying.
Definitely trying, pushing the pawn here. This is all just a time scramble here. You got to think for a few seconds, make a move.
Think.
When you get 2 seconds.
Yeah.
What? That's it. 2 second increment.
Yeah, here it's just the players just playing on instinct, and there we see a rook dive up to the B7 square, or now it's gone to B8.
Okay.
And again, the players with less than 10 seconds on the clock. The live board isn't keeping up, so maybe we could just go and have a look at the camera.
Gelfand just won, actually.
Oh.
Gelfand beat Kramnik. Hou Yifan beat Sindarov. Wow, she's having a great day.
She is having a great day. And, okay, there we... what's happened here?
Wait, what is this?
What is this?
I don't know. Feels like black queening.
Yeah, maybe we can just have the camera of the players because they're playing so quickly. Yeah. The live board is just not keeping up.
Maybe just draw.
Okay.
Okay. Move the rook. Got 2. He does it. 5-second. Wow. I mean, it's just it's a matter down the clock here. I would have moved rook B2.
Yeah. And the white king actually stepping back. And now the H pawn is going to start advancing. Now this is just simply a draw. I mean, tricks that you have to be aware of is, for instance, the king.
Okay.
The king and the rook working together to create a shield on the A line, but no, that hasn't made an appearance. And the players have agreed a draw.
There it is. Draw. And done.
And what was the result? Oh, we still have, what about Keymer? He drew.
Oh, he drew, yeah.
He drew with Lagno. Okay, so we have completed round 16.
Well, round 16 down and pretty exciting chess here. I think Hayk definitely had a good chance there and got a draw.
And still Erigaisi just maintaining his half-point lead. But let's take a recap of the round 16 results. Okay, we'll bring them up later. But yeah, what a round! Levon Aronian, I can't get over how he played.
Oh, Levon
that
played
was
great.
Such risky chess. I mean, but I think, and it's such an effective strategy when you are playing lower-rated players in these time controls.
Right.
I mean, you just simply
make them come at you,
make them play very aggressively, and then just hope that they don't have so much time to navigate the complications when they only have seconds left. That's very difficult to do.
Very good strategy. It actually works perfectly there.
Yeah. And 4 minutes until the next game.
People are setting up, getting ready, checking the boards, make sure everything's good. Shout out to the arbiters and the people helping behind the scenes. Yeah.
And maybe we can take a recap of some of the other games. We saw Erigaisi win.
Okay.
So Erigaisi was playing against Vakhidov.
It's all standard nice C5 stuff.
Yeah, we're not seeing it just yet. So, okay, no worries. We'll bring it up.
Yep, we'll bring it up.
When it's available.
What's up with you guys, Chad? Are you watching? Are you enjoying it? Who do you have to win in the Blitz? Who is your pick? And who do you have to win the whole thing? You can we care about your thoughts. You can put it in the chat as we set up and get ready for the next round.
Yeah, we are getting ready for the next round. There are the arbiters. They're setting up the DGT boards. I mean, so much goes on behind the scenes in these type of tournaments. And I have to say, the attention to detail here has been out of this world.
Yeah, from announcing to the red carpet, to the food, to the ceremony, the beginning, I mean, to the pictures and the games, like, it's just amazing. So much fun as well.
And 3 minutes until the start of play, and maybe, if we can, maybe we can announce the round 17. We're just like racing through pairings. Okay, and so you have Hou Yifan, she will be placing Kateryna Lagno. Sindarov will be playing Alexander Grischuk. Hayk, here we go. These are the results. These are the pairings for round 7. And there you can see it is a battle between Hou Yifan and Kateryna Lagno. Javokhir Sindarov, just 17 years old, plays experienced veteran. I hate saying these words because actually Grischuk is younger than me. Alexander Grischuk. And then we have 22-year-old Hayk Martirosyan. He is facing off against Vakhidov. Do not underestimate Vakhidov. Vakhidov is capable of pulling an upset. And Arjun Erigaisi, who is nurturing a half-point overall lead, is playing Bibisara Assaubayeva, who's having a hard time of it, I have to say. She did win against Vincent Keymer. And then we have Levon Aronian, who is half a point away in the overall score. He will play with the white pieces against Boris Gelfand. And then we have, it's the battle between the VKs. Vladimir Kramnik playing with the white pieces against Vincent Keymer. And you know, it's funny, they both have the same initials. And I think they're roughly the same height.
That's interesting. It must be a descendant. They must be related somehow. Tall, same initials there, both play chess. Not a coincidence.
Not a coincidence, yes. The universe has planned it all. And there we see Hou Yifan. She is the she's the first one, or there was someone in the corner out.
Oh, yeah, that looked like Vakhidov. Oh, no, that might be Sindarov. We also have a Maria Cam. Maybe that's Kramnik. They all look alike from there. From there.
Yeah.
Maria Cam, Arjun, Vincent Keymer.
Arjun getting ready to meet Bibisara, local heroine. And she's playing such fantastic chess. And there we see Hou Yifan shaking hands against Kateryna Lagno. And Grischuk getting ready to play the 17-year-old Sindarov.
40 seconds.
40 seconds. And there comes Levon Aronian. He looks like he's in boss mode.
Right,
He's
for
certainly started. He's the only player, actually. No, he's not the only player. But he's one of two that hasn't lost a game today.
Wow.
So Aronian has like 4.5 points out of 5 so far, whereas Grischuk has won his first one and then drawn the rest.
Okay. Whoa, really strong chess here. Battle of the VKs. There's Maria there taking great pictures. Arjun versus Bibisara.
And there we see Maria in the background taking some fabulous pictures.
Fabulous. And here we go.
And here they go. They are off.
Where are we going?
And you choose.
Let's go with the Battle of the VKs.
Okay.
The VKs. Okay. Vlad playing his vintage ready hero Catalan.
And
The early B3, double fianchetto.
okay. And a lot of people play this type of system simply to avoid theory.
Yeah, in fact,
I mean, you just get your pieces developed. You're going to break in the center with either D4 or C4, and E3 is a nice move. Just controlling the D4 square. You're going to back that up with C4 and Vincent Keymer.
B5.
Oh,
'cause
he's
you
a
didn't play
player
C4.
after my heart. And he's like, you know what? C4 is going to be a little bit problematic for you. And Vladimir goes,
He said,
no.
What'd you think? What'd you say there, Yevgeny? Problem. For who?
For who, exactly. And, well, Vincent can actually just grab the pawn.
Which he grabs
And
once.
he does. Will he do it twice?
And he said not today.
No, I'm not going to ruin my pawn structure today. Knight comes out to C6, looking good. And I'm fully expecting to see moves like A5, bishop A6, maybe a rook coming to B8. You know, black's pieces have a lot of flexibility. And, well, now here comes Kramnik's big idea. He's going to push for a D4. Is it on the board?
I played 95 here. In fact, you know what's funny? There was a chessable, actually from Simon, just dropped today. Actually, the Modern Ready.
Okay.
It just came out today. I watched the
Yes.
video. I'm going to grab the course probably later. I'm more working on my Joe Pavo and stuff, but it was cool. He dropped his first lifetime repertoire and the Ready, and I looked at it just briefly here. But he recommends, in fact, there was no D4 because you like to hold it many times. Now, the bishop, he doesn't advocate for the bishop G2. There's another course that does that by Dalton Pierre at FIDE Master in an IM or something, or maybe GM. But they recommend the double fianchetto setup, Kramnik's playing actually, which is very flexible here. And Simon goes for the more obviously aggressive routes. With this, but D4 will allow a C4. It does isolate the pawn still more, but you have the flexibility of keeping it to play D3 or something later. It's pretty
D3,
cool.
and then knight D2.
Absolutely.
And then I start attacking the hanging pawns.
That's
I like
right.
it.
You know, different.
Yeah. And there you see a trade of knights. This is nice stuff.
Very nice stuff.
I'm learning something new every day.
Of course, guys. Hope you're learning too as well. We also learning too. I like to always look at this as like free lessons. You get to see these guys play some of your favorite stuff ever. Pretty cool. Noted, Modern Ready. That's right, Jackson. Got you.
Yep. And also we have to give a shout out to Richard Palliser.
Rich Palliser was
Who
part of that.
also a big part of that course.
He's part of that course, yeah.
Yeah.
He's part of that.
He's someone actually who does love creating opening theory.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, I'm gonna definitely dig into that course. It's a part 1 dropped, where it's all with against D5 and C5 stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing against Knight of 6 yet. So
And
that's on the way.
D4 did make its appearance on the board.
It is. It's on the board here, and I'm very interested in what happens on C4.
C4, presumably bishop A3, just because the bishop was bad on B2.
Absolutely.
Get rid of it.
Right.
And then you kind of go for the old Nimzovich idea of blockading those protected pass pawns.
It actually did happen, by the way. Bishop A3 trade and put the knight on C3.
Yeah. And then, as it's a very tense game, you know, white has a lot of pressure on D5 and is trying to destabilize those pawns, whereas black does have the long-term advantages and has good pieces. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with Vincent's position ultimately.
Correct.
And the bishop coming to f3. You know what move I would play? h5.
Oh, h5. Wow.
Yeah, you know, I wouldn't necessarily go h4.
Okay.
But I would just kind of feel like the position is asking for black to do something.
I like that move though, h5. I'm actually trying to play king g2, h4 myself, so you're playing h5, it just completely stops my plans.
And Kramnik, 2 minutes on the clock, facing Vincent Keymer's 1 minute. It's interesting because actually online, it's normally the reverse, right?
Yeah.
You're like these kids, you can't.
They're so fast, right?
And they're so
click,
slippery.
click, click, click. Your mouse have to be correct.
Okay, well, actually, Vincent deciding to take control of the B line before taking any active operations on the king side, and
We have a
Kramnik.
result.
Oh, we
Hou
have a
Yifan
draw.
and Lagno.
Okay. Lagno is playing very solidly today.
Correct. You're doing
It's
good.
5 draws and just 1
Shoot,
loss,
that's
which
nice.
you know is a
Have a good day.
great result because
field?
in this field, like you say, it is huge. Okay, the queen coming to b2 and getting ready to trade off a set of queens. I would take that off just because I like my endgame.
Yeah.
But Vincent says no. Actually, it was a good decision not to trade off because the
D5
queen is
will lead to
needed as a defender, unfortunately.
Correct. a5 is
Rook
also a move.
b2, a5. a5 is in the air, but as long as you have b5 as a response, it's all good.
Should be good.
And the king does step up to
G7.
g7. And Vincent now under the minute. What is Kramnik going to do? I guess he's going to follow suit.
I like queen e7, but I mean, okay, he has rook e8, so h5, there's your move.
There's my
there
move,
it is.
h5, h4. It doesn't really do anything, to be honest
It
with you.
doesn't, but I like
Yeah.
it though. It just grabs some space, and white has to kind of stop it.
Okay, and now here comes the waiting. Both sides actually struggling to find a way to improve the position. So rook b7, queen, and okay. Oh, hang on a second. Are you obliged? No, you're not obliged. You can simply step with the queen
Yep.
to...
Anyway, c7.
No, but I mean, if you go
that's-
c7, the queen will come to a6.
a6.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
And then you
annoying.
have to go bishop c6. But
That
then,
is annoying.
but then
Knight-
a5 is coming.
and then
Oh.
take. Whoa, there's some sharpness here. 28 seconds there. And queen c6 on the board.
He did play queen d6.
Before queen c6 and okay, rook b1, rook b8, rook a1.
Yeah, and he's getting ready with his a5 push. Rook a8, rook b1. No, the players are just kind of finding different
You wanna
ways to
draw, bro?
repeat.
Take a
No.
draw?
This is not the grandmaster's way. The grandmaster's way is to torment the opponent
the
with
grindmaster.
Exactly. You just torment your opponent with a possibility of a draw. You say, like, look, I'm going to repeat
wanna draw?
once.
Oh.
So
So you
maybe
repeat
you
twice?
get your hopes up, and
Psych.
then nope.
Gotcha. We're going to play this one out, and it does do a psychological switch sometimes for your opponent.
Yeah, and now Keymer under 20 seconds, whereas Vladimir Kramnik, he has under a minute. Now Kramnik he's on 50% today.
Oh, yes? Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
And yesterday was a bad day for him. He only got 4.5 points out of 11.
Wow.
But in the rapid, he did get 6 points. So that put him in the top 5 in the rapid.
Very good.
Here, well, Kramnik finally playing your move. The queen did come to e7, took a deep dive into the position, and now there's pressure against the d5 pawn.
D5 pawn.
Yeah, queen c6, nice defensive move.
That is nice. I was trying to see if I could sack or something, but nothing ready.
Yeah, I'm also
Four
looking to
doesn't
see
work either.
whether e4 is happening.
Yeah, we're trying to get this in somehow.
And okay, no, we've seen now.
Queen d8. Take,
Oh, wow.
take. Whoa, look at that capture. It's pretty nice. You take mine, I take yours.
But then what happened?
He played a rook b6, rook
And that's
a8.
it.
Oh my
Queen
goodness, he
takes
dropped the
f6.
piece. Oh man.
Oh no.
Yikes. Vincent Keymer got hit there. Queen f6. What a move by Kramnik.
Yeah, Vincent's not really having a great day today. I mean, he's lost 3 games, he's drawn 3, but yesterday he played
He
a
was on
blinder.
fire.
You know, he got 8 points out of 11, and it looked very good for him. But let's.
Oh, that's got to be winning. That's got to be
Yes.
winning there.
So this is Sindarov.
Yeah, it looks like he resigns after queen c5 check.
And okay, well that's also inflicting Grischuk's first loss of the day. And can we take a look at Erigaisi or Hayk's?
Oh wait, Grischuk won. Oh, Grischuk played black. For some
Ah.
reason, it's like Grischuk was Sindarov.
Okay.
Grischuk played black. Grischuk won, and we're looking for the next one. Kramnik won. Okay, cool. Let's get to some games further over. Martirosyan playing Vakhidov.
Okay.
Knight d4, last move.
What do we think?
2, 1, wait.
Ooh.
Gotta move.
You
He
gotta
makes a
move.
move, so it definitely we made that with time. Let's see how much time he has. And it did not update, interesting enough, okay? Still kind of waiting for moves.
The players just playing so furiously.
Okay.
I mean, it's
Yeah, we have
difficult
nothing.
for the live board to keep up.
Let me see if Arjun wins,
Arjun won.
just beating Bibisara.
Okay. And then the big question is Levon Aronian.
No, this is definitely a draw. He's not winning this.
Okay.
He will not be winning this one. Did this one? Okay. Boris is still waiting.
Yep.
Draw.
No, draw.
And then last game, Hayk, which Vakhidov, which for some reason is not updating.
Okay, maybe because the live board isn't working, maybe we can just see the player camera of these two players because the moves are coming so quickly.
Yeah, it's not working here. Having problems with our software here. You can see the arrows though.
But okay,
Just wanted
there
to
we
see if it
see
works.
Vakhidov stretched out his hand. So
not sure
judging
about that
from the body language, it does look like
Vakhidov won.
no.
Oh, draw.
Hayk won.
Oh. And yeah, Hayk won.
Hayk
Now
won.
it updated after the game, 75.
Okay, 75 moves, and Vakhidov, he's really tilting now. That's his fourth loss in a row. So wow. So Erigaisi stretching his lead. It was it was half
Close?
point
Yeah.
in the overall standings,
Uh-huh.
but now it's 1 point.
1 point. It's still 1 point. It's between 1 and 1.5
Yep.
every time.
And okay, there we see the results of round 7. It was a draw between Hou Yifan and Kateryna Lagno, and it wasn't a good result for Sindarov as he crashed out to Alexander Grischuk, and then Martirosyan actually beat Vakhidov there in a huge time scramble, and Arjun Erigaisi defeated Bibisara Assaubayeva, whereas it was a draw between Levon Aronian and Boris Gelfand, and Vladimir Kramnik takes the point from Vincent Keymer.
Big VK versus VK.
And here we can check out the standings in the Blitz. And still in first place in the Blitz portion is Hayk Martirosyan. He has 13 points, and in second place, it looks like it is Levon Aronian with 11.5 points. Oh no, there's someone who's 11.5 points.
11.5 is 5.
Yeah, that's right. And then we have, who else is there?
11 is Arjun.
11 is Arjun, and then number 10 is Grischuk.
Grischuk.
Yes.
Hot heaps.
It is. And how many rounds left?
That is
5 rounds left.
Correct.
And
Yeah, so 5 rounds.
anything can still happen. And here are the pairings for round 18. And we have Kateryna Lagno playing against Vladimir Kramnik. And in their earlier encounters, Vladimir Kramnik was ruthless with the white pieces.
Definitely.
Now it should be Kateryna Lagno's fun time. And then we have Vincent Keymer facing off against Levon Aronian, whereas Boris Gelfand will play Arjun Erigaisi. And Bibisara Assaubayeva will play Hayk Martirosyan, whereas Vakhidov will play his student, Sindarov.
Wow.
And Grischuk plays Hou Yifan.
Wow, round 18. I mean, it's coming to an end so quickly, how just fast these games are here.
And
3
we
minutes
are
left.
3 minutes away from the start of play. So maybe we can take a recap of some of the other games.
Okay.
So maybe we can check out how Erigaisi beat Bibisara in the last encounter.
Let's see what we have. Cool. Yeah, sort of in-game. It's very in-game. Oh, we had a Jobava. Hold on. I'm going to start just from the beginning. Bishop f4. He played e6. Yes. Knight b5 is something I recommend too as well. Knight a6, e3, knight c3, all theory. h4. Yep. Knight f3 is good. Taking. Knight e5. Yeah, we already have a clear good game here. Takes. f3 is nice. h5. All out attack usually.
So this has all been seen before. This is standard.
This is all standard. Yeah.
Really.
It's all standard stuff.
I mean, it looks to me that Black has done nothing wrong.
Yeah, in fact, that Black.
Why is White playing like this?
That's why I like it so much, because like it seems like Black did nothing wrong, but like you just having a and then Arjun likes to play it from Arjun's games. Arjun plays it in both ways. Sometimes it's very aggressive. Sometimes it's very slow and positional. For me, I just make mine completely aggressive. I have the help with the engine of like crafting the course. Right. So I'll just choose lines that are the most aggressive.
Right. And is it important to you that it should feel natural as well?
It should feel natural, correct. Because for this doesn't feel as natural for me. Of course it is. White has some trumps and certain things, but like, I mean, this is here, the bishop's gone.
I mean, the bishop is not there. To me, to my eyes, I would be looking at this position, I'd be like,
I'm fine.
Black is good.
Yeah,
you've got ideas of going e5, but where did it all go wrong?
That's a great question.
If we can fast forward,
further up,
because we don't have so much time.
That's right. We got pairings up. I think we're already up a pawn here.
Yeah.
We just saw a pawn, but I mean, king's still weak, but
but he's just stealing the space, right? Modern day chess is sometimes all about the space rather than the counterplay.
That's right. And you just in-game.
Yeah, in-game night. Okay, let's go to the playing hall rather, and check out the players because they are getting ready for their battles.
Let's go.
Battle
time. It is battle time, guys. We got.
So who should we follow? I think we should try and follow either Erigaisi or Hayk. We haven't seen Hayk.
Yeah, we haven't seen Hayk in a little bit.
So let's have a look. He is, after all, 13 points. He's cruising ahead of everyone.
Cruising, absolutely doing well.
And next, so you have 13 points and then 11 and a half points, I think, is Levon Aronian.
Very, very good. And here we are, the Battle of the Uzbekistan.
Yeah. Teacher against students.
Here we go. Hayk in zone, prepared, ready
You're the
to
head
go.
coaching.
Yes, in fact, my greatest so far was in the last year working with a very strong grandmaster. I don't reveal his name, but Russian. I'll give it to you afterwards, of course. You can know, but everyone else cannot.
No one else can know, because I'm special. Exactly. Thank you.
Exactly. Gotcha.
Okay, and the players are off, and the game that we are going to be following is Bibisara Assaubayeva against Hayk Martirosyan, who is really just rocking it in the Blitz portion.
And here I actually talked to him a little bit about his opening choices and stuff like that. And his Queen's Indian, said something that he actually plays a lot of, right?
Right.
So he actually plays Queen Indian. He plays, he said Queen's Gambit Decline, stuff like that. This is what he likes, especially against the Catalan type setups. One of the ones that are annoying for Catalan players is actually putting the bishop on b7 and just having something to neutralize very strong bishops.
Yeah, and it's interesting actually this position because Hayk has actually reverted to his bread and butter, and so has Assaubayeva. She's always played d4, and then until literally this tournament and the last, when she started essaying out c4. Right. And here this is very standard. And actually, I quite like the way that Bibisara is playing this, because the problem piece is actually that bishop on g5. And often you will see it actually reroute itself b2. But okay, she just decided, let's get rid of it.
Right now.
And then you basically all you need to do is you're eventually going to be planning a knight coming to e5. It's very much a waiting game.
Nice. Very much a waiting game, they call it here. And of course, you're going to have to wait. And there's good waiting moves. In fact, Kramnik is probably one of the greatest I've seen to actually make very good waiting moves, like h3, improving your position.
Right.
This stops anything from coming here. Nothing will be there, but you also can create something like king h2, right? c5.
So c5, here comes the action. But
here it comes.
But okay, what you have to do is just hold your nerve. Don't get tempted to go pawn takes pawn, because you might find yourself vulnerable on the c line.
And this is like there's some pressure, but rook takes c5 is the problem.
That is the problem.
That is the problem, guys.
And
problem area.
It
That's
is
a
the
good
problem.
move.
It is a good
Hold
move.
on, now I got to calculate.
Yeah, you do have to
This is
calculate,
good.
but I mean, one way to kind of resolve this is just to step aside with the queen.
I might be able to go queen f5. Takes? No.
No.
It takes knight d5.
The queen doesn't have any role out there.
Yeah, queen f5 is interesting. It does hit the pawn. With queen d2.
Queen d2, I like this move. And then I was thinking queen b2, just to kind of maybe threaten queen a3. But I mean, the whole idea is that, yes, you do allow black to go c5, c4, but it's not a big deal because you do put pressure on the d4, c5 point, sorry.
Right.
I mean, we saw this kind of pattern in terms of structure in the game between Vladimir Kramnik and Vincent Keymer.
C4 move,
Yeah.
correct. Follow Train Hype, I see you in the chat. There you are. Banner and Fayano and Aride King. Thanks for the follows, guys. One Muji as well. Hit the follow button if you're new, and welcome.
Yeah. And now it's Hayk's time to think, and he's just considering how he can maximize his position. I've also noticed, my experience is Armenian grandmasters love the Queen's Indian.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to pay attention
and there
to
is
that.
the Armenian school of chess,
Wow.
which is very
Teach that
much
in there?
come get me.
Come and get me, baby.
And then you push forward with the pawns,
Yeah.
and then they spring forward with their pieces.
Interesting.
And, well, it usually works, I have to say. It's
Wow.
very, very solid system, but
Sophisticated.
it's very sophisticated. That's a good word. And what we see, Hayk actually played pawn takes pawn, resolve
Took
the
with the
tension.
knight, okay.
And she did take with the knight.
Open the bishop line up. Beautiful. Understandable.
Okay. And
Take,
now,
take.
Yeah, you do have take. But there is pressure against the d5 pawn.
Correct.
A rook
Maybe you're
takes.
gonna take with the queen. Either or is fine, I think. Either are fine. I don't really know the difference here. You just want the rook to the file.
Right. I mean,
The
why
rook.
do I want the rook looking up its pawn?
Exactly.
But I agree with you. Ultimately, queen takes rook. And she does.
Yeah, it's just a
I-
funny looking move, but I mean, either was totally fine, in fact.
Yeah, I don't know. I preferred the rook.
Yeah, now we
But I
have
guess
to-
her idea is to go move the knight to e2, and then go. No, maybe not e2 because it lets go of the c2 square. Still,
Stable. She's playing very
Oops.
good here. Whoa, what happened there? I didn't click anything. Okay. Queen e3, perfect. We have the live. G6, queen f3, live position. Knight takes d5 is on tap. That's what she's looking for.
yeah,
Maybe rook c7. No, you have to take on f6. So now, but it's pinned.
it is pinned.
What a pin.
But you can still play it
And
if
play
you
queen f6 in there.
exactly. But you are walking into a pin, and will you
Also
want to
beginning
do
of
that
C10
when
as
you
well.
only have a minute left on your clock to calculate? No.
Yeah, you're right about that. Not the easiest to play.
But actually, it is possible. You can play. You can take the pawn because if you actually step back with the bishop, you can play queen f4.
Oh, yeah, very strong. Queen
Oh.
4.
So there was a moment where you could capture, but okay,
Snap.
she didn't. She chose not to do it. It's completely understandable, and that's why he's actually played queen d6 himself. So now, just don't touch that. Oh, now she does it.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
Whoa.
I mean, she wanted to play h4, but queen f6 is the idea. If rook d8, we
Right,
just
but
take.
then the bishop will move.
We just take. Oh, bishop just moves, but then we do have queen f4 now. A bigger queen f4, because now you're taking knight.
Yeah, but I
takes.
can go bishop e.
Bishop where?
I was thinking bishop e7.
Bishop e7 now. And then queen, you're right, bishop e7. But I guess queen f4 we
Queen
trade
f4.
and take. But I think
Yeah.
black's fine. Like, we have initiative by the season.
Oh wow! Check out
Oh,
Hayk's
big
last
fella.
move.
Yeah, see, this is why h4, I mean, she could have probably did the same thing last move, but h4 now allows this strange tactic to work. Queen g4.
Does it work, though? I mean, yeah, I guess you'll be playing rook d8.
Yeah, she went queen f4 anyway. Same idea. She was looking at last time. Both under a minute here.
Yeah, but one of the big problems in this position, though, is that black has the bishop pair and control of the c line. But still, such a dynamic game. And so we see a trade of bishops, and now the black bishop will just take a step back to e7 just to get ready to blockade that d pawn. A passed pawn is a prisoner. You must keep it under lock and key. Nimzovich.
That's right, my
Although
system.
it is.
We have a result, actually, by
okay.
the way. Kramnik wins against Kateryna.
Okay. And that means Kateryna Lagno is suffering her second defeat of the day. And here comes the rook. And Hayk is so good in the end games.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's won so many games just by being resourceful on this stage.
Many games. Right, resourceful, playing very good, strong, tactical. He's finding everything.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very strong and underrated play. I think, okay, here we go. We have some moves. Pushing the pawn.
Yeah. As if by magic, the rook has moved over to D7,
Like
and the knight has
C2.
come to C6. And, okay, interesting position.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Hayk is obviously planning on just blockading the pawn and then creating his own pass pawn on the H line. Just to go H5, G5, H4. And the white king is really well placed.
Active.
It's going to centralize itself.
Ooh,
And, okay.
This could be bad.
Wow, we've
This
seen a
could be
blunder
bad.
by Hayk. He just gave away a pawn.
Let's see what happened. No, yeah, this could really be bad. She is on the verge of trying to take down Hayk Martirosyan. This would be huge for her.
Yeah, knight takes pawn, and then I'm guessing the rook will come to A8, but no, it doesn't. Instead, he's just saying, I'm going to hold the position. My
That's so
goodness
hard to
me,
do.
we could be seeing an upset here.
Very possible.
And the players are on 12 seconds
Ooh, look
each.
at the check.
Nice move by Bibisara. You cannot take the pawn because of the skewer against the king and the rook.
Spotting moves here, swinging now, of course. They might repeat, to be honest. And Grischuk beat Hou Yifan, by the way.
Okay. So Grischuk really is making a last-minute surge.
What's he at right now?
He's on today. He's won 3 games and drawn 4.
Okay. Whoa, she is on him right now.
Yeah, the king is going to come up to D5. You know what? What's this?
Oh, does she blunder?
No. I think she wants a king and pawn ending. If you take the pawn, she's simply going
Knight
to
B5 and
play
trade,
knight B5,
okay.
trade everything, and say, the A
Yeah.
pawn is going
Right.
to win the day. And wow, I love the way Bibisara has been playing this. Now she just activates and mobilizes the knight, and players playing instantly. It's all about the instincts.
That's right. Uzbekistan draw.
Okay.
Vakhidov and Sindarov.
Student against teacher. And good news for Vakhidov because he broke his 4-game losing streak.
Yeah, it's tough. Having a losing streak, you do need to win quickly, as fast as you can.
And Bibisara dropping a pawn. She's lost the D pawn. So this is looking like it could be a draw, but Hayk will be trying for more because the momentum is on his side. And just look at the speed at which those are
Wait
playing.
a second. Did he lose a piece here?
It's very difficult to see. But I mean, it certainly looks from
Yeah,
the
he
way
did.
that...
He lost a piece.
He lost a piece.
Yeah, knight c6 was so good. That was a strong move by her. But
Oh,
still,
so we
there's-
could be seeing another upset.
Yeah, this is definitely an upset, and he is going to be upset after this one. He is definitely going to be upset. Yeah, that's it. I mean, how are you supposed to... No, I don't see it. I don't see anything. I think she's going to win this game.
Yeah, she is going to win. It's just a matter about holding her nerve when the clock is ticking down. The king
And
will
I
just
think there's
step
a
up, and there's a
resignation.
resignation, and huge result for Bibisara Assaubayeva. She takes down Hayk Martirosyan. Whoa! Okay, and can we
Very
take a
good.
look at Levon Aronian and Arjun Erigaisi, because those games are still ongoing. And okay,
Whoa, it's
Levon
supposed to be a draw.
Aronian, this is a draw.
He
hands
actually
down.
has the right corner, too.
He has the right corner. This is completely drawn. Can we take a look at Boris Gelfand against Arjun Erigaisi?
Whoa.
And
who's
Erigaisi on the defensive against Boris Gelfand. This is not an easy endgame. But one thing you couldn't do is you couldn't slide your rook along the 6th row because of
Yeah.
the rook h6 check.
Oh, yikes.
Okay, but now give a check. Drive the king
Give a
one row back. And then now, after king e7, f6 check.
Oh,
Possibly. Or do you want to go?
I think he moved. Oh,
He
there
has
is,
gone
did.
for this. The king now can step up to e6.
Whoa.
Whoa,
Not over yet.
it is certainly not over. Because do you remember we've seen ideas of playing e5, e6. And that's why Arjun has to keep an eye on this e6 square. And the players just blitzing out the moves. They've got
Yeah.
no time on the clock. Oh no!
89 moves.
And
what the heck happened? Wait, who's black? Oh, okay. Wait,
yeah,
huh?
Arjun is black.
Oh, okay, there it is. All right. This should
No,
be
you need to walk the king behind, and
Oh
that's
my
what
goodness.
Gelfand is doing.
Yeah.
But he's not in time. And there you see the players agree. A draw.
Yeah, it should be draw.
Yeah, it is a draw.
2v3 draw. Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
And
Heat.
definitely very hot game. And let's have a look at Levon Aronian and Vincent Keymer. That was a draw. That was a theoretical draw. And Gelfand draw. Woof, woof, woof.
Wow. As the players discuss the game here.
4 games left.
Wow, 4 games. This
And
is flying by.
here are the results of round 18.
Woo. A lot of rounds.
The players and ourselves will take a break after round 19. And here are the results of this round. Lagno, she lost, unfortunately, to Vladimir Kramnik. Vincent Keymer drew against Levon Aronian, as did Boris Gelfand and Arjun Erigaisi. But a massive result for Bibisara Assaubayeva as she takes down Hayk Martirosyan, who so far has been crushing it in the Blitz portion. And also a draw between teacher and student, Vakhidov and Sindarov, and Grischuk defeats Hou Yifan.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
Bibisara's feeling great there. Just an exhilarating win, right? Winning a few rounds left. And just want to prove yourself. Play some good games and have fun and see what happens. Right?
Yeah.
That's usually how it is. We
Exactly.
play chess.
It's a testing ground.
That's
It's
right.
got nothing to lose, just everything to learn. And let's take a look at the pairings for round 19. Here we go. Alexander Grischuk against Kateryna Lagno. What do we predict?
Well,
Well, he's getting closer to the first prize. Will he do it?
They might talk about it. Maybe they might throw the game. Hey, you win.
No throwing the game, but he might play. He might play it out. Hou Yifan plays Vakhidov. 17-year-old Javokhir Sindarov plays Bibisara Assaubayeva. Now these two are very good friends. Maybe a peaceful draw, maybe not. Hayk Martirosyan plays Boris Gelfand, whereas Arjun Erigaisi plays Vincent Keymer, and Levon Aronian plays his old rival, his old friend, someone he's played many, many, many times before, Big Vlad. And wow, they are 3.5 minutes away from the start of play. So when it comes to the overall standings, Erigaisi started the day with 16.5 points.
Wow.
And okay, here is the Blitz portion, and here we can see that in first place is still Hayk.
Still Hayk.
Even with that loss. And in second place, it is Levon Aronian with 12 points, and half a point behind him is Arjun Erigaisi with 11.5 points. But Grischuk, this is why I'm saying not necessarily they're going to be a quick draw, is out on 11 points. So,
Lagno might say, hey, you know what, you can have it, you just got to buy me something nice if you win, right, of course. Or, happy wife, happy life. Maybe it's a draw. Go with a quick draw. But we'll get a draw, right? 11.5. And be good to go. It's not a bad score, still having 2 rounds to go after that.
Yeah. And Erigaisi, he started the day on the overall leaderboard with 16.5 points. And he's won 3 games. So that takes him up to 19.5.
Wow.
And he's drawn 3. So that's 21 points. And he's lost 1 game. Whereas Levon Aronian, he's won 4 games in a row. He's not in a row. He's won 4 games and drawn 3.
Not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
Absolutely not.
And Martirosyan has had mixed bags. He's won 3 games, lost 2, drawn 2. So the race is between Levon Aronian and Arjun Erigaisi.
Wow.
And the overall winner, the player with the best combined scores, walks away with 20,300,000 tenge. Otherwise known as roughly 45 to 47,000 US dollars. Not bad. A lot of money there.
A lot of dollars. Well, that's going to feel good.
And
take that away, a nice little check, and get up out of there and go to the next event with a big smile on my face. 40,000, yeah, probably good.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Payday,
For
right?
5 days
You know,
work.
relaxing, having
And
good
also
food,
playing this
eating.
incredible tournament
Exactly.
where everyone has been treated to the 5-star treatment.
Oh, absolutely. Even red carpet, of course. Red carpet this, red carpet that. People cooking your food for you here all day, every day. It's awesome. In Kazakhstan, a great welcome to Astana here. As we are under a minute here, where games are about to start. Where do you want to go first, actually?
You take a pick.
Let's take a look at, well, it's getting very close here to the end. Who's Hayk playing? Hayk is playing.
I think we
Boris,
should stick with Arjun or Levon Aronian.
Levon is playing.
I'm thinking
Kramnik.
Arjun Erigaisi against Vincent Keymer. Vincent, he had a great day yesterday. Got 8 points out of 11. Really, really in the zone. Today hasn't worked for him whatsoever. I mean, he's drawn 4 games, lost 3.
Wow.
So, but he can do one thing. He can play the role of spoiler.
I can spoil it for you, and we'll see what happens. Look at Sindarov there, and Bibisara having a laugh, as they are very good friends.
And there we see Levon in his very fancy shirt.
One of many.
Ready. Yeah, I mean, I'm in awe of his wardrobe.
Yeah, he's stylish.
It's
Very
very
stylish.
colourful. And there we go. And they are off. And what have they played? It looks like a d4. He's gone for his bishop g5.
Oh,
it looks like it's a
Trompovsky,
yeah. Are you a big fan of the Trompovsky?
I am not. In fact, I actually tried it. I've looked at it from the white side, and I just was not able to get with the positional aspects after you give up the bishop. I didn't like it as much. I like very aggressive chess, and it didn't feel aggressive enough. There are lines that are very aggressive, but there are many that aren't, right? And this one's one of them that's not aggressive. I'm not even a fan of giving up both the bishops like this. So, right now it's very possible to even give up the second bishop as well, and just give up the bishop here fully.
Yeah, but you mentioned aggression, and after Vincent plays the very solid e6, reinforcing protection on d5, threatening to win c5. Well, what do you think about this one?
You know what, here with this bishop g7, I actually like the fact that black is very dynamic. We also do have a result. Who do you think it is, guys? Grischuk and Kateryna Lagno. It was a draw at 11.5. She's like, yeah, I'm not giving you half a point. I don't have to crush you in front of everyone, she says. And nice there. Grischuk and Lagno with a draw.
Yeah, I think that result might come to bite Grischuk.
It definitely could. It's very possible. It's very possible.
Because he is in with a chance of even winning the overall tournament.
It's huge.
I mean, he just needs 3 or 4 victories and then he'll be right up there. But okay.
Yeah. Take the draw.
Happy
Happy
wife.
Happy life.
Happy
right?
life. No, I mean, I think it's a good philosophy.
No,
I mean,
right.
you don't play against your partner. Nothing good can come from that.
Yeah, you gotta have that conversation on the way home. Okay.
Yeah.
And
And,
you see this position for
Yeah.
white. This is like I just can't get with this with Trompovsky wise. Okay, I do have the extra pawn,
Right.
and he's very good. He loves to play. Honestly, I mean, really, Arjun's not as known for me as what I've seen from games. He's not the most aggressive. He can be when he needs to be in fine tactics, but I think he was just more positional. He has a pawn to the good, and he's just trying to grind this up and make this a knight position because that's what it is. He has knights, so instead of keeping things a little bit closed, is the way to go.
Yeah, he needs to keep it close. I mean, when I ever see there's a big battle between a bishop and a knight, I mean, you always have to try and keep the position locked because knights just work on both color complexes. And, of course, they can move around much easier when there's lots of pawns on the board. And I'm just wondering whether this is an anti-Vincent setup because Vincent is he's so well prepared. He's also very theoretical. He's very kind of concrete player. So here, Arjun is asking him, can you show me what you've got to compensate for this pawn?
That's right. And he says right now is I have a nice center as well with these 3 pawns up here, which look kind of pretty good. I mean, they are covered by the bishops, but we do need to do more. And the knight, we can't do anything with the knights being where they are right now. But we are just going to make things happen, improve our position. Rook e8, for instance, improving, and see what happens.
Right. And I think knight b3, I was going to suggest this move before it appeared on the board. I mean, this is a very nice move because it's asking black to resolve the situation on the queen side. Are you going to capture on b4, or are you going to step forward and kick the knight away? And whatever happens, you don't need to calculate the possibilities anymore. So good practical chess. And hang on a second. Arjun, you gutsy man. I did not expect that one. I thought he would take with the A pawn.
Me too, actually. I did think he would take there, but he's allowing, the bishops to open up a little bit. He just wants to keep the structure. The aesthetics of it look pretty good, but there are some tactical things that happen as well.
Exactly. I mean, I'm very impressed by Arjun's play here because this is very risky stuff. Because if, for instance, Vincent manages to put enough pressure just to win the A3 pawn, then Arjun's position is going to collapse.
That is correct.
And he's just let go of all the light squares. So the bishop will come to c4. I'm assuming that Arjun is just going to huddle his pieces together.
Yeah.
And knight to a5, as you've highlighted.
I think huddle is a good word there. You just huddle all the pieces together. It goes to d1. We stay around here. You ever push? I put one on d4. I put the other on a5. So, I mean, he definitely made this a very nice knight position in a way, like keeping it close. And if you open things up, of course, I have my knights can block some of the squares. f4. Whoa. Here we go.
Nice stuff.
Here we go.
And the big question is, what is going to happen after you take it? And he does.
This should be 2 first, I think, and then takes. And you're hitting both. This is exactly what's happening right now.
Well, he's dropping an exchange.
He's dropping an exchange. He is 100% dropping an exchange.
But do you want to take the exchange and let your king be out in the open until the end of time?
That's a good question.
That's a good question, right? I mean, I think I would.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
I'll take it. And then what I would do is I would use the queen as a shield. Queens are fantastic defenders. And now Arjun in trouble here. I mean, he needs to... Oh, who drew?
Sindarov and Bibisara.
Yeah. We kind of called that one at the beginning.
Yeah, that's true.
They've agreed lots of... I think they must work together or something.
They probably do. They're good friends.
Definitely. And, queen comes to f5, h3 played, and Arjun needs to get his queenside pawn majority just rolling because that's the only compensation for this material deficit.
Yeah, this is, again, the Trumpowski. Like, you have some good games, some great games you'll see, but it's not the biggest fan of Trumpowski from the white side. We are down in exchange, in fact. Yeah, we have a pawn, but we're down in exchange.
And, talking about pressure, they are both under a minute. The players do get an extra 2 seconds per move, just to stress that, there is something to play with, but it's not a lot of time. It's so easy, actually, to forget the clock and let it run out. And the queen steps back to f6. Big threat of rook c3 on the board.
Yikes. That was a great move. How do you even counter that?
Well, you got to step up with your rook. Your rook a2. Yeah, it's played. And after rook c3, you've got to go down queen d1. Queen g4 check.
Oh, yeah, queen d1 too.
Yeah.
Okay, what happened here? Why is the rook on e1? How did it go from a2?
That must be a mistake in the transmission. Okay, there we see queen g4 was played.
Okay, it was rook e1 to e2.
And what is this? I mean, can you not take the knight? Okay, again, there must be a mistake in the transmission.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah, there was a mistake. The knight did come to a5.
We're good to go. Don't panic, everyone. This is disgusting. This position looks really bad. I mean, it feels like the f3 is coming. And it's just
f3 is a great move.
Huge attack for black.
Definitely. But I mean, I wouldn't write white off at all. Because, the knight is still pretty powerful. White does have good pawns there on the queen side. And there we see Arjun actually trade rooks. Knight takes c6, big threat. And Vincent, of course, defends it.
Yep. Defends c6, too.
Yeah.
A few seconds left for Arjun.
King h2. And, you can also play rook a2 and then rook b2. Go for the b pawn. And he does it via rook a4 in direct ways, but still.
Problematic still. But, I mean, he does have some chances, especially if we're able to get this going. Also, maybe a rook b6, take on c6. We have some legit chances.
And it's not easy for black to mobilize the queen, which is kind of what you need. White is in trouble but it's not dead in the water just yet.
Also 5. I mean, look at the time. Like the time is running out for both of these guys.
And you can just see Arjun just pouncing, getting ready with his moves. He's now on the cusp of defeat. The pawn has made its way to f2. King will step up to f6, and we see a handshake.
Ooh.
And certainly it looks like Vincent has basically won his first game of the day.
Wow. Took a while. It's tough stuff today. Yeah, that's Rampowski. It's very difficult to play, and he had some good games with it before him being Arjun, but this one just didn't work out in his favor. Hou Yifan goes down to Vakhidov.
Yeah.
And there's one game left.
Well, let's go for it. And it's against Martirosyan and Gelfand.
E5. What a move. Knight f7. Here come the tactics. Ooh-wee, sharpness. Knight e5 after rook f5. Levon won as well against Kramnik.
Yeah, that means that when it comes to the overall score, it's even Stevens.
Even Steve.
Levon Aronian has caught up Arjun Erigaisi.
It was looking like he was trying game after game, round after round, and finally he's been able to catch him. What is this nonsense? Oh, he takes. Whoa, we've seen this before. This could be a draw. We may be heading towards a draw here. Possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially after taking the a-pawn there. Okay. I'll call it draw.
Yeah, but White is going to try to win. White will try to mobilize the king. And the big question is whether you can just simply sit there. I was going to suggest sitting on the b2.
I was thinking the same thing. B2.
Cut the king off. But instead, I feel that this one is very shaky because the king will move its way to
G6,
yeah,
which is there.
It is just there,
goodness.
And G4, G5 is coming. Okay, so run away. Run away with the king. It's in danger.
Going back to F8.
And what's wrong with G4?
There's nothing wrong with that, in fact. G4 on the board. I remember rook F6 played. Queen check, go back.
And then G5.
I give a check.
There's no
G5.
stalemating possibilities whatsoever. G5.
Oh, and now we have King G6, Queen H3.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. I think he resigned. Wait, what happened? I have a few more moves. Ace takes, he played Bishop A1,
King H6, and Queen H7. He's unstoppable.
Wow.
So, Martirosyan, he is so good.
Wow.
Getting that much needed comeback win, and just 3 games remaining.
3 games remaining, guys. Unbelievable. So fast. In fact, actually, that was round 19.
That was round 19, so we'll
It's
probably
like
do a recap
20,
of the results,
21,
and then the
22.
players will have a break
Wow.
just to prepare themselves for that final spurt.
Final few games here. Got to breathe, relax a little bit, reset. Of course, this is why this break is always good for some players. That reset is needed sometimes.
It definitely is needed.
Absolutely.
And there we see the timer has appeared. Just under 10 minutes. And should we take a quick break now?
Absolutely. Take a quick break.
Okay,
come back.
first of all, we'll have a look at the round 19 results. Grischuk and Lagno, that was always going to be a draw. And Hou Yifan did lose to Vakhidov, and Sindarov actually managed a draw against his good friend Bibisara Assaubayeva, and Hayk Martirosyan actually managed a comeback win against Boris Gelfand. And big news, Arjun Erigaisi did lose with the white pieces to Vincent Keymer. And after Levon Aronian beat Vladimir Kramnik, that means when it comes to the combined score in the overall standings, we are seeing both Arjun Erigaisi and Levon Aronian completely equal. So we will find out what happens. But first, let's take a quick break and we'll see you all on the other side.
Сәтті Жулdyz акционерлік қоғамы Қазақстандағы бірыңғай лотерея операторы. Ұлттық лотерея ақшалай ұтыстардан бөлек талай қазақстандыққа пәтер мен автокөлік сыйлады. Компания көптеген жобаларға демеушілік жасайды. Спорттың дамуына қаржылай көмек көрсету, Қазақстан халқына қоғамдық қорын қолдау, білім гранттарын бөлу, мемлекеттік тілді дамыту, сұлу жобасы, зағип бүлдіршіндердің ел қатарлы дамуына жағдай жасау. Ауыл мектептері мен спорт клубтарын спорттық жабдықтармен қамтамасыз ету, мұқтаж жандарды азық-түлікпен қамтамасыз ету. Сәтті Жулдыз, сапа мен жауапкершілік мекені.
8 компаний, 15 стран и 2 миллиона пользователей. Один бренд и тысячи возможностей. Цифровая экосистема Freedom – это инвестиции, банкинг, страхование, платежи, покупка смартфонов, билеты на мероприятия, шины и диски для авто. Стоп, шины? Мы даже шины оцифровали. Мы охватываем максимум направлений, чтобы дать вам ультрасовременный сервис во всем. Freedom Broker. Умножайте сбережения правильно. Инвестируйте на мировом уровне. Freedom Bank. Цифровая ипотека, автокредит и инвестиционная карта – это быстро, удобно и легко. Freedom Insurance. Страхование нового поколения. Подписка за несколько кликов, и вы защищены. Freedom Life. Наша работа – это ваше спокойствие и безопасность. Freedom Mobile. Супербыстрый способ обновить телефон, а главное – качественный сервис. Freedom Pay. Управляйте вашим бизнесом через приложение, совершайте платежи без ограничений. Freedom Drive. Большой выбор колес и шин от мировых производителей. Быстрая доставка. Всего за 2 часа. Удобный интерфейс. Тикетон. И посещайте кино, театры, концерты вместе с нами. Наш главный актив – это люди. 2 миллиона пользователей, 4000 профессионалов, сотни тысяч акционеров. Спасибо, что создаете Freedom вместе с нами. Экосистема Freedom стирает границы и объединяет людей. Будьте первыми в экосистеме первых.
Барлық су бірдей ме? Адам қолымен өзгертілгені де бар. Табиғаттан жаратылғаны да бар. Табиғи минералдары бар суды ізде. Туран табиғаттан жаратылған.
Let's go!
Hello, and we are back, and this is a tournament that really brings you everything. Brings you drama, chess, chocolate, flowers. I mean, what more can one ask for? Well, the games are about to start, and things are going to get spicy as we reach the final 3 rounds of the competition. So let's take a look at the round 20 pairings. We have Kateryna Lagno playing against Levon Aronian. We have Vladimir Kramnik playing against Arjun Erigaisi, and Vincent Keymer playing off against Hayk Martirosyan. And then we have Boris Gelfand facing off against 17-year-old Javokhir Sindarov. And then it's Bibisara, just 19 years old, star of Kazakhstan, playing against Hou Yifan. And then we have Vakhidov playing against Alexander Grischuk. I can't wait for the games to begin, and neither can the players, because they are seated there almost perfectly. And then we just saw Maria there in the background. And Vincent Keymer, Martirosyan getting ready. Boris, the oldest participant, against the youngest participant, Sindarov. And there we see on the camera, Vakhidov and Grischuk are just blitzing out the moves. We are nicely setting ourselves up for a big encounter between Levon Aronian and Arjun Erigaisi, so we should follow one of these two players. I'm going to say Levon Aronian.
I actually have it up, but I don't have any moves, in fact, believe it or not. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. And just to kind of update you all on the overall standings, Erigaisi went into the day with a 2-point lead, 16.5 points.
Wow.
Combined score of his Rapid 9.5, and Blitz 7. And he's now on 21 points. Levon Aronian, after a fantastic day 2, has leveled the score. So they're both on 21 points.
Wow.
Anything can happen on these last 3 rounds.
Of course, you need to be sharp and play your best. Of course, it's a marathon here, round 20. When do you ever hear that? Round number 20. So many games, right? So much to do here, so much chess, and so much to really get in order in your own mind and game. So it's a very interesting position here. With Queen at E7, I mean, it's definitely some type of, looks like a Roy, but I think it was an Italian game.
Well, he's continuing with his provocative play, right?
Yeah, this was a Roy. Going back here, very strange Roy. Knight D4 takes, C3 back up, Queen E7. Like, talk about provocative, right?
I mean, yeah, what can I say? Levon, he's just worked out what to do.
Yep.
To a T, right? In the Blitz chess, it's just like, well, I'll just play quickly, I'll play risky, and see what you come up with.
That's right. How can I be the most annoying? I think that's how he asks, how he does his stuff.
Right.
How can I be the most annoying? Oh, this move.
But I was talking to the guys, and they were saying this, that these days they don't necessarily focus. And in fact, this was why Sokolov was such an amazing coach, because he would give them psychological insights about their potential opponents.
Wow.
He would say, this guy doesn't like to take risks. And so they were like, yes, coach,
Perfect.
yes, coach,
So I'll
excellent,
take all the risks.
Exactly.
Oh,
I will play a position where I will force them to take risks.
That is beautiful.
It is. And it's the role of a good coach, because of course everyone has their coach, Stockfish, Coach Leela helping them.
Yeah.
But you need that human touch. And finally we have castles from Levon Aronian. There was a big threat of Rook E1 on the board. So
he got out of the way.
Yeah. And
Bishop pointing here. Yeah. You see some Knight G4s in here to create some weaknesses. Queen F3 I do like though. I do like Queen F3. I wonder if Knight G4, yeah, Bishop F4, that's what she's going to meet it with. So Knight G4 is quite annoying. We do have the extra pawn temporarily. Bishop G4, that's kind of annoying too, but I guess we just sidestep.
Yeah, you do sidestep and...
Maybe Queen F4. We don't damage the structure, but she did go with Queen G3.
And this is an interesting situation here because objectively, you can just simply go Queen takes Queen and then capture the pawn on D5 and go, what kind of advantage does White have? Well, not very much. Nothing at all.
Right.
But then, how is Black ever going to try and win this?
That's a good question. It always comes down to making the nothing moves, or moves that just improve. Rook A to, not C8, but Rook A to D8, Rook F to E8. Putting the rooks on the files here, maybe moving the bishop and rerouting. Don't want to really do this and damage my structure, because White has a damaged structure here, so maybe we put it back. on e6. And we just play the position every few moves at a time. Easier said than done, but definitely moves. I mean, easy moves to make for black here. Also up a lot of time here. I mean, he's just been crushing it on time almost every game.
Okay. And what do you think of this? Do you think it's worth sticking to this
Absolutely
game?
not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Let's move on to Arjun Erigaisi against Vladimir Kramnik. Arjun playing with the black pieces. And just do a quick material count. Everything is even.
This looks like the same game. Right.
This looks like it's a dragon, right?
Yeah, actually, you know what? That's probably exactly what this says. Ooh, let's see. And that's what he played to, a dragon too as well. We've seen some dragons from him before, and that's exactly what we have here. Look at Ivanka. She don't even play e4, guys. She doesn't play e4 or even Sicilian, but she knew what this was. She knew what this was. Ivanka is a very dangerous player. Be very careful. H5, H4, and here we go. We got this boring position here. Of course, I say boring just because queens are off, and black does have some nice initiative on the c file as well. The bishops are developed. I mean, pieces are out, but this is going to be a long game for sure.
Okay, and which one? Which game?
Let's move around. In fact, who else what's top three? I think Grischuk was the third.
Yeah, well,
Hayk.
Hayk
Missing Hayk's game. Yeah, this one has a little bit of spice to it here. What was this game? It was in English. Vincent Keymer versus Hayk Martirosyan.
Well, this one does look spicy.
Absolutely.
But,
Hayk's move too as well.
Okay, but I'm just a little bit worried that
What's hanging?
that is so close to the end. I feel that we should focus on
Oh yeah, these.
just the big two.
Just the big two.
Yes,
Which is Hayk
because-
and
which is,
Arjun or Levon
Levon and Arjun.
and Arjun. Okay.
Yeah.
Levon and Arjun. Let's get close.
Because, you know, the overall winner of this tournament, the person with the best combined score, nets 20,300,000 tenge.
Yes, that's a
Roughly
lot of money, guys.
45,000 depending on the exchange rate. That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, dollars there. Okay.
Okay, and so taking this position, I mean, hang on a second. White has a huge problem with development.
And time.
And time. Ooh,
Yeah.
16 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's gonna
And
be a rough
her
one to
pawn
play at the
structure
office.
has been ruined.
Absolutely gross pawn structure. She has to move almost instantly. Almost instantly here.
Yeah.
Even Levon can take a little bit of time here, but you know, Kateryna will think on your time as well.
Yeah. And what you do against the technique of fighting against this bad pawn on e4 is you basically dominate it. You stop it from advancing. And wow, nice move from Levon. You see that?
C2.
Bishop d1 to c2.
C2, yeah.
Yeah, and he's getting on with the technique. You know, he just wants to prevent the e5 pawn from stepping one square further, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
He's netted
That's
a
gonna
pawn.
be it. Yeah, that's gonna be
And now Kateryna, seconds left on the clock while she's trying to initiate chaos, just breaking out with b4, but there's no way that Levon is actually going to let her open up the position.
Levon's in beast mode. I mean, he just took over. Here he's now even with Arjun and now trying to take over the lead here with this game.
And there we can see he's planted his pawn on c4 and now bringing in the king. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Every time.
It definitely. If there's one thing that you need to remember in Endgames, is that cheesy saying.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
I
baby.
really,
Every single time.
it's horrible, but whatever.
But it makes sense.
But it
and you
makes so much
understand.
sense, and get
Teamwork
ready.
Makes the dream.
And this
work.
is why Kateryna is fighting, but oh no, now her rook.
Yeah, this is probably resignable here.
Yeah.
You have to lose this one.
It's just all gone wrong in those
You took all the
closing
pawns.
seconds.
My goodness, bro.
And
Ridiculous.
there we see a handshake, and Levon Aronian, wow, he defeats Kateryna Lagno. And it was, I have to say, it was Kateryna's clock that was her
Yeah.
enemy. Again, let's take a look at
Absolutely.
Arjun, because that was quite interesting. He's in the second.
Yes, okay.
And, whoa.
Yeah, this is gross. This is terrible. But, I mean, he has active counterplay, and maybe he can take on G3.
Right, and he has the two rooks, and you should never underestimate the power of a perpetual when there are two rooks on the board.
Absolutely.
and
Whoa, there's some. Okay, actually the king can get out.
the king can get out, and then black will be the one who
There's
is
some
actually...
tricks. I don't know what's
Right,
going on
but
here.
black does have possibilities of going
He
rook
went for it,
g2.
Rook g2, but I also can block. I don't know. White might be okay here. Wow, this is crazy. Vladimir Kramnik with the e6 move was such a strong move here. There are some tricks, but I don't see them yet. They're lightning fast. The moves are coming in quick.
And he's put his king to g6.
I don't know. I mean, e7 might be just winning now. Oh, he took it. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, same thing as e7. Yeah, I don't think there's enough.
And, a queen has appeared on the board. And is Arjun also queening?
Whoa, they're both queening. There are two queens on the board here. Oh my goodness.
But it depends on who checks first. And we see Vlad just
Not sure
making
who.
some moves.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be updated in a minute here.
And players, no time on the clock.
What
maybe
is
we can.
going on?
Maybe we can get rid of the live board and just focus on the players. And there's a handshake,
there's
and
a
it
handshake.
looks like Erigaisi has lost.
What happened? Oh yeah, he got the queen back. Oh, they both queened. I gotta see just the ending. What happened
there?
here? Okay, so this is where we left off. King up, check. King here, check. I got one too. Check, check. How did he lose the queen? Oh, he just captured. Dang.
Oh yeah.
And then simplify, and he wins.
And Kramnik playing the role of spoiler there. And any other results? Like Hayk also suffering a defeat. And Alexander Grischuk?
Grischuk is still playing.
Okay, let's take a look at his game.
But he's down a piece.
He's down a piece. And, okay, Vakhidov. You know, he suffered like 4 losses in a row, but then he drew against Sindarov, and then he's managed to win.
Yeah. Sometimes you need to stop the bleeding thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. This one is difficult. It seems like you should win because you have the knight, but it is extremely difficult.
And again, the players, no time on the clock. And you're right, black has constructed a fortress.
In a way, absolutely. A quick look at the Boris Gelfand game. Boris is up. Looks like 2 pawns. Rook versus knight, bishop versus knight.
Okay, it's looking good for the legend, although his king is in trouble, so it's not out of the woods just yet.
That is correct.
And Hou Yifan, she beat Bibisara.
Okay, Hou Yifan had a better day, much better day for her.
Yeah, she scored 4.5 points so far.
Much better day. Something happened. We have a result
Okay.
with Grischuk and Vakhidov. They're talking, or maybe
Oh no, he's
Maybe
calling the arbiter. So he's claiming a draw,
Grischuk's claiming a draw, it seems.
saying that they've repeated 3 times, presumably,
And we
and
wait.
we wait.
We also have another draw, Boris and Sindarov with a draw.
That was a draw in the end as well.
Correct.
Yeah, it looked like Sindarov had a dangerous attack against
Yeah, with
Boris's
the
king.
Yeah.
So Sindarov, draw against... Well, that's a big shake-up in the standings.
That could, of course, Levon's still
He's
up
now
there at
1
the top.
point ahead of
after
Erigaisi.
being-
And Erigaisi, after his immense rapid performance, he won that one with 9.5 points out of 11.
Wow.
It just looked like he was cruising. And yesterday, he pulled in a solid result of 6.5 points out of 11. And today, it just seems like his nerves are not handling the pressure.
Yeah, it's definitely difficult, but of course he is close behind.
And chat is telling me that it might be 50 moves.
50 moves, okay.
And here the players are whilst they wait. But this is always a good technique, actually. If you suspect that you are around 50 moves, first of all, you should claim it. And if you're not, the arbiter will come and tell you how many moves you need to make.
No, that's very good. That's very good. It's not like, nope, you're not there. Okay, keep playing.
Keep playing, exactly.
So you call again, hey, is it there?
Yeah, they go, yes. And I think I'm pretty sure that it's 75 moves where the arbiter has to intervene and declare the game a draw.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that rolling.
Yeah. And Jackson is telling us there was the last pawn move was made at move 35, and it is 85. It's actually incredible that Vakhidov has remembered that. Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Grischuk.
Grischuk. Yeah, Grischuk. Wow, That's crazy.
So how do the players keep count?
On your head here. That's the only
Here,
way you
Parent says.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's the only way. I mean, there's no move counter up there, unless it's on the screen up there, but I don't think it is. I don't think it's on the screen. He had to do this himself, count it. Like, oh, cool, 1, 2, 3. Like,
yeah, it depends on the
insane.
kind of the positions. Like, for instance, I mean, if it's like relatively blocked, you do make a mental note, like 35. You go 35, 85,
right.
done. Okay. And all the arbiters have come to a decision, and they are saying that maybe it was an incorrect claim. It was an incorrect claim.
Oh my goodness. His fingers shake there.
Or are they shaking hands? Now, what's
going
going on? Because it looks like the arbiter is adjusting the clock.
It looks like, yeah.
And giving a time advantage to Grischuk.
Or to...
No, to Vakhidov. Yeah. Somehow, Grischuk is such a big name that I forget that he's not automatically winning every game.
Maybe it was 49 moves. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah, I'm judging by the way that the players were laughing about it. It might be.
So now he might play G4 or something annoying. Not.
But maybe it wasn't 50 moves then. Maybe it was just simply a repetition.
Oh, it says 9 moves left. Someone in the chat, thank you, Lost Copper, says last pawn move was 44, so another 9 moves.
Okay.
Dang.
Thanks, Loz.
Thank you for that. Thanks, chat, for watching and being attentive and helping us out here with that one. A little confusion, but we are back. Last game here in this round.
Mm-hmm. And 9 moves remaining, and I agree with you. He's probably now going to count
so
8
annoyed,
and go
like,
G4.
I'll be so mad, bro. Oh, man, I'll be so mad. Like G4, and then just look at him. About to flip the board.
Yeah, okay. So Vakhidov doesn't have so much time. I can't quite remember what the penalty is. Is it 1 minute?
Yeah, I think it's something like 1 minute, but I remember actually back in the day it was like 2 minutes. So I think the rules have changed a lot. I mean, even increment wasn't even a thing, like even 10 years ago, stuff like that. So it's different.
Yeah. And we definitely have to give a shout out to our chat.
Absolutely.
Because they're helping us
Chats.
know and is he going to play G4?
Let's see.
They must have played. It feels like they've played more than 9 moves now.
I think they're more around like.
Oh, I think
it must be
no,
2
but
or
I
3
think
moves.
he's actually played G4.
Oh yeah, that's not even.
There's no.
That's not even updated. Yeah, there's no
So it's
G
like-
pawn there anymore.
It says like,
Oh
thank you,
my
Grischuk.
goodness. Yeah, there's no G pawn anymore. Unfortunately, we don't have that on our screen here, guys.
And there we can see the amount of time the players have on the clock. Both players now down to 5 seconds. They do get a 2-second increment, and Vakhidov's king is snaking its way to the G7 square. And there you go. Oh, no, it's looking dangerous for Grischuk. He just has to defend his last remaining pawn.
Yeah,
And
this looks
you
like
see-
this looks lost.
The players
G6
shaking
looks
their
hanging.
heads.
Takes
Oh,
G6 and then can resign.
G6, and that's it, resignation.
Oh my goodness.
And Vakhidov takes the point.
What a game! Oh man, that was crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. Wow, that was crazy. And let's actually see. We usually have an update on the live boards after the game is finished, but unfortunately we don't have anything yet. The last move for us was move 85, knight to D7.
Yeah, great win by Vakhidov
Great
there.
win.
And yeah, you do have to feel for Grischuk, because in the heat of the moment, he made an incorrect claim, and it allowed Vakhidov just to kind of
Like, oh, okay, I got
relax
G4,
and
huh?
understand that he had to make a pawn move. And okay, here are the results of round 20. Kateryna Lagno did lose a game to Levon Aronian, and Vladimir Kramnik beat Arjun Erigaisi. That was a sensational result for the former world champion. Vincent Keymer also defeated Hayk Martirosyan, and Boris Gelfand and Sindarov, that ended in a draw. And Bibisara Assaubayeva lost to Hou Yifan, and Vakhidov, we just saw, defeated Alexander Grischuk in a mammoth game. Woo! whoa. That means we should take a look at the standings, actually.
Absolutely.
The Blitz portion, because
See what we're looking at?
we definitely, who is going to get the bragging rights? And, it was all about Hayk yesterday, and now we can see that Levon Aronian has leveled the score.
Whoa.
Both of them are now 14 points. And who is in... Anyone else? There's some players on 11.5 points. Vincent and Erigaisi on 11.5 points, and Grischuk as well. So that means that it will be between Hayk and Levon Aronian to see who wins the Blitz portion.
Yeah, that's amazing here. As he caught up, Levon is actually catching up in the whole thing, in fact. How is he ahead? He's ahead of Aronian.
He's ahead by 1 point. And get this.
Okay.
Game 21. The two will face off against each other,
Here we go.
we have to keep an eye on that match. So Vakhidov will play Kateryna Lagno. Alexander Grischuk meets Bibisara Assaubayeva. Hou Yifan takes on Boris Gelfand, and Javokhir Sindarov plays Vincent Keymer, the battle between the prodigies. And then we have Hayk Martirosyan playing against Vladimir Kramnik. But this is the match we have all been waiting for. Arjun Erigaisi against Levon Aronian. And this could determine who is the overall winner. This is the 20,300,000 tenge game.
That's it. $20 million game. You know, you can just say, what's your most expensive game? $20 million. I mean, world tenge, that is. You can just say 20 million and just keep it there.
Exactly.
Nobody want to know. Nobody knows.
Be a multi-millionaire, right? And never found out. 100 million billionaire? I think so,
yeah,
right?
That's right. 100 million be billionaire guys, right?
Yeah.
And tenge? Can we get that?
Tenge?
Anybody know?
I think the prize fund is 100 million.
Oh, price. Wow. Yeah, you actually, if you check the site, it does.
It's a nice round number, 100,000.
Right, you're like, whoa, 100. No, that's a lot of money here and a lot of good chess too as well. This round is going to be crazy.
It is going to be crazy because, as we mentioned, 20 million tenge, which roughly translates to around about 45,000 US dollars.
US dollars, cash money.
Cash money, yeah. I wonder, have you ever been paid such an amount in cash?
I mean, actually, no, a check, just check.
Briefcase, here you
go. Here you go. Right, like, whoa, you're scared
or
to
in a
walk out
bag
with that.
saying swag.
There's so much money in that bag, guys. Ooh-wee. That's a lot of money, guys.
That is a lot of money. And round 21 is our penultimate round.
Oh, wow.
And it will be taking place in 1.5 minutes. And there we saw a nice fist pump between Kateryna Lagno and Vakhidov. And there we see Bibisara getting ready to sit down.
Very nice.
At her place, and she is meeting Alexander Grischuk. And here we see Hou Yifan taking on Boris Gelfand. And in the corner, that is the game that we will be following between Levon Aronian and Arjun Erigaisi. Arjun will have the white pieces.
Yeah, Arjun has the white pieces here. I wonder when he's going to go with maybe d4, c4. I mean, he's played a little bit of everything, knight f3, everything really, to say the least. But it is up to Arjun and Levon here. See who's going to pull away here in the entire event. Arjun looking ready there. And Levon not even there at the board yet.
No, he's not there at the board. Levon, he is going to come in, flexing.
There he is. He sits down. See a handshake there.
When did he appear?
In fact,
he came from nowhere.
Exactly. He is a magician. He is a magician. So he definitely
Did he
appeared.
sneak around another way?
Yeah, he did.
He did not make his red carpet.
Appeared out of thin air.
Okay, 18 seconds. What do you predict? Do you think that Levon Aronian will lock it down, or will he continue with his provocative strategy?
You know, both games have been draws. I think they've been a lot of draws with them. They haven't been
each time. Arjun has been clearly ahead.
That's true.
No, this is personal for Arjun. Arjun needs to take this victory. Yeah.
Here we go.
And here we go. They are off, and we are going to follow the game between Arjun Erigaisi against Levon Aronian. And Arjun, well, it brought him a lot of success yesterday, but he's continuing with his reti. And this one is a reverse Grunfeld. And
right.
you are a big expert on a Grunfeld.
I am.
I hate this opening with a passion, but I see that it's very effective.
It is very effective. This is the king's Indian attack here. In fact, queen a4 is a move played immediately, right? This is sort of, in fact, a chessable course on this one will be Lifetime Repertoire by Kamil Plichka. Actually has a very nice course with this, what he recommends, what we're looking at right now. Now, of course, I don't like this from the white side because I like the Grunfeld with the black pieces, not with the white pieces here. It's just a little bit different. Not as aggressive. Yeah,
but you've got one extra move. What's
true.
not to
That's
like?
actually true, right? It's just I don't get the attacks I'm looking for. More of Grunfeld, you're more of a space and like attacking, but it's not like aggressive attacking. The king, it's more just all over the board type attacking, which is a little bit different. I'm just more into king attacking and aiming at the king here. But this is pretty good. Both sides are already having the pieces out, developing a little bit. Black needs to figure out where he's going to put his king. The b5 pawn is very strange, to say the least, but he did play rook c8 to get out of that Catalan bishop type structure. So.
Right. Isn't black a pawn up?
I think he is a pawn up here. 3-6-7, 3-6-7. No,
he's not a pawn up.
Yeah, so he grabbed that pawn back and then played b5. It just looks like he's up a pawn. That early b5 move is kind of cool because if he would have captured it, it was like some weird knight stuff because of the bishop.
And I guess it's going to be all about one side having the center. And the other side just attacking it with their pieces. And there we see just a flurry of moves, h6, bishop takes knight, that has to be played. That is the point of this whole setup. And then probably knight to, where do you want to go? Do you want to go e3 and then back it up with knight e4? Yep, e3 played.
Very solid.
And a4 undermining the b5 pawn. And Levon will not touch that pawn with a barge pole. Just will not go there. Instead, we'll just focus on playing knight e4 and just utilizing the c5 square. Bishop goes back to e7. I mean, this is all nice stuff. And yes, black does have the bishop pair, but the light square bishop on d7 is so bad.
Yeah, this is a French bishop in a way, but not the French type structure. So quite different here. White definitely is for choice here, as you can just play stuff like d5, right? Try to break things up and hit the b5 pawn, c4, be a little bit weak. You also have a better, maybe not better structure, but feels like it's more stable than black structure here.
Yeah.
I like queen b6.
Queen b6 is a nice move connecting the rooks. Big fan of connecting the rooks. Anyone who's studied my games knows that I try to get it as quickly as possible. And white's pawn structure, fantastic.
Absolutely.
But I suspect that Arjun will play it in a more slow, solid way. I think that he might play it. Yeah, but this move works because after bishop takes knight, there is a hit on the d7 bishop.
That's correct.
And like something that is kind of quite common, especially in the Catalan structures, is that white often will go h4, h5, just to secure all the light squares on the king side.
That's right. h4, h5, looking very positional. And you also maybe g4, g5, of course, me being aggressive, but
with pieces.
With
pieces, you know,
Right.
you move the bishop to e4 and then drop it back and then checkmate.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Going for me.
But everything has its time. And there we see that Levon did in fact trade off that bishop for the knight. And, well, Levon has a target. And taking a look at the clock situation, well, are my eyes deceiving me? Is this the first time that we've seen Levon Aronian down on time?
Yeah, it's usually against Arjun too as well. It's just like he's so strong here, so he definitely uses a little bit more time and understands that Arjun is a force to be reckoned with. So, and their styles are a little bit different here, so Arjun's able to create problems for Levon here. In every game, in fact, it's been like that, and this one is honestly no different. White just definitely for choice. I'm about to double the rooks. Okay, c5 and b5 pawn are both, quite weak here, but I think it's quite level, and I actually think this will be a draw, believe it or not.
Well, that result would favor Levon Aronian.
Correct. Arjun really doesn't want to draw.
He needs to win, and here I'm suspecting that he might put his. I was wondering whether he could line up the rooks together, but instead he's maneuvered his pieces. Knight d2, heading to e4, and we see a trade. Big question on the d6 pawn. What do you think? Weakness?
It
Strength?
definitely is weak. It's definitely
Or,
weak.
hang on a second, I'm a little bit worried for Arjun's position because b4, c3 is also on tap.
That's what he wants. That's exactly what he wants. That's why he stopped to think here a little bit. Actually, we have Arjun on the move, thinking about what to do. b4, c3 is a real threat here. 94 probably is a move, but it doesn't really stop the c3 move at all. In fact, we even have him at f5 ourselves.
94 played.
It seems right. I mean, of course, but it's just not the. Yeah, now f5 is really on tap here to get rid of this d6 pawn. Rook d1 defends, so now f5 doesn't really hit the same.
No, knight c5 is coming, but knight d3, that is a disruptor. and then Arjun is like, yeah, you know what? I cannot let that knight sit there, and I'm going to try and destabilize it. But again, I agree with you. I do think it looks like it's on the verge of fizzling out. f5, knight c3, rook takes d6. Can that be played?
It can be played. Rook takes d6, and I'm trying to figure out what happens after. Whoa, he doesn't do it though. Doesn't do it. Maybe take and like a bishop f1. And we have a trade now. And wait a second. Hold on, buddy.
Still a problem.
And
pawn. Actually, maybe Levon's been super clever about it because he's actually managed to preserve his extra pawn.
He does. How do I actually... Yeah, we have to do... Oh, where did that pawn go? It just disappeared.
It left the board.
There we go. Rook b1. This is the live position.
And, okay, knight takes pawn is not possible because of the pin against the knight.
Well, we could, actually, and go back to knight c3.
Yeah.
But,
no, hang on a second. There's going to be bishop takes knight.
Oh, takes, right.
And then problems with the back rank.
That's why he plays h4. Yeah. And then we have knight d6 in the live position.
Yeah. And the player is now hovering around the 30 second, and it just jumped up for Levon. 15 seconds.
No, this might be, well, what just happened? What happened to the f pawn? Man, it's moving so fast. King e7.
e4.
e4, that's what happened. Okay, f takes. And yeah, his king wanted to walk here, but now it's going to be harder to do.
Well, it can still get there via f6, e4, e5.
This way. And then just kind of bully the pawn. Maybe white do the same. Try to sit here and stick around. But white's on the defense here. Arjun might lose this.
This is not the situation you want, especially when you're a pawn down. A pawn down and also a point down on the overall standings.
And time down now.
And time.
Quite difficult.
Yes, and ticking down to...
Let's go to live position here.
19 seconds.
Bishop f3.
And just look how... it feels like we're watching some postcards. You know, they look good. And then we see Levon win a pawn, and then we see him like with his rook on the 8th rank, and now we see him with c5. And are we going to get another snapshot?
Okay, we have moves. Oh, he's going around this way. My goodness, it's quite annoying. Knight to c3. King b6 is knight a4, but he might do it anyway. King a5, knight c5, king b4.
That's good.
Unbelievable. That is crazy that that's even possible.
That is great stuff. And now both players finally, same time, with 15 seconds to 10 seconds. King takes a step back to c7. I liked your idea of coming up with the king to a5. Right? Yeah. And, okay, now I like the way Levon is handling this. Just simply saying, let's make a trade. Do you want to calculate that? What are your instincts telling you, Arjun?
We also have some results. Vakhidov beats Kateryna. Grischuk beats Bibisara.
And Vakhidov
wins against Lagno. Another result, Sindarov beats Vincent Keymer.
And in this game, it does look like it might fizzle out to a draw.
Yes, definitely. That is, well, okay. It's better than losing, obviously, but it's not the result Arjun was looking for. Definitely wanted to try to level the score.
And the brick was on b8, and now it's on c2.
Right. Don't try this at home, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Is he queening? Wait a second. I think he's just queening. Is it a check fest? No, you can't. He's going to run out of checks. And I think he just shook hands there.
And there we see it. Levon Aronian wins.
Levon Aronian here, winning,
and
it's
by
going
my
crazy.
calculation, that means he is the overall champion.
Wow,
He will be the one walking away with that 20,300,000 tenge.
Wow.
And any games still ongoing? Can we check out Hayk Martirosyan against Kramnik?
Okay, this looks like a draw. Yeah, definitely. And then the draws we got here.
It's ended in a draw.
Absolutely.
Okay. So he's also taking the lead in the Blitz as
Yeah.
well. He's a half point ahead of Martirosyan. And Gelfand against Hou Yifan.
Wow.
How did that do?
Was
That
a
also
draw
a
as
draw.
well, correct.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Wow, guys. Wow. We're heading into the last round, and Levon is already the winner,
Oh, the overall winner.
overall winner.
And if he wants to win the Blitz portion, then a draw or a win
Yeah.
will secure him that title as well. And bragging rights. Never forget the power of
Right.
bragging rights, of being
Yeah.
able to say to everyone, well, hang on a second. Satty, Zhuldyz, well, no, I'm pointing to myself. It wasn't the case. But Satty, Zhuldyz, Blitz champion.
Blitz champion, right? 20 million in my pocket, of course, is Tengi.
Dollar.
Wow.
Yes.
A lot of money there, but congratulations so far.
And yeah, massive congratulations. What a comeback and what a performance on day 2. And here are the results of round 21. Jakhongir Vakhidov defeats Kateryna Lagno, whereas Grischuk also takes down Bibisara Assaubayeva. Hou Yifan and Boris Gelfand agreed a draw, and Sindarov defeated Vincent Keymer. And Hayk Martirosyan, well, that game ended in a draw against Vladimir Kramnik. And in the big match between Arjun Erigaisi and Levon Aronian, it was Levon Aronian who emerged triumphant, and he looks to be the overall winner of the Satty Zhuldyz Chess Festival.
Wow. Absolutely
Incredible.
amazing. Incredible from Levon here. Great job, right?
Yeah.
Claps in the studio here as
Yeah.
Levon is the winner, but with
And
one round to go.
And we have the FIDE president actually
FIDE
in the
president here.
studio
Hello,
with
how are
us.
you?
He came in just as we made this huge announcement, and he came just to see who would be declared the winner. What a fantastic tournament.
All right,
and
good to have you.
We're absolutely honored to have you here.
Thank you, sir. Levon Aronian wins too. There's one round left. We got
One
our,
round left,
our
yes.
pairings for the last round.
And
like
here they are.
Hayk and
I can't believe this is the last round.
I know,
It doesn't
right?
feel like it was that long ago.
Yeah.
And we have Kateryna Lagno facing off against Arjun Erigaisi. Levon Aronian will play Hayk Martirosyan. And then we have Vladimir Kramnik facing off against Javokhir Sindarov, just 17 years old. Vincent Keymer, also teenage prodigy, 18 years old, plays Hou Yifan. Boris Gelfand meets his old friend, his old rival, Vladimir Kramnik, and Bibisara Assaubayeva plays Jakhongir Vakhidov. Wow, lots of excitement. And yeah, we're coming to a close.
I can't believe it, right?
I can't believe
Coming to a
this.
close, guys. It's been so fun. It's been so awesome seeing the games. Hopefully you guys are learning stuff, getting some inspiration from watching the games, and also just some entertainment from watching these guys. Hopefully you're inspired at home.
And that's the main thing, actually,
Right.
that you enjoy chess learning, and somehow by watching these guys play, watching how they fight it out over the board, it is inspiring, it's educational, and also they're giving us knowledge that we can share. And if you're able to put it in your memory banks, those patterns. Like I've put a few of them. There's been some really important endgames that we've seen.
Yes.
And some very instructive mistakes and some very instructive wins as well.
Absolutely. Get some free lessons from these every game.
Yeah. And I've also learned some blitz techniques.
That's right.
You can play Aronian, who's actually fantastic. Play very provocatively, bait your opponent to come forward.
That's right.
You can also play like Martirosyan, and that was very strong, very good in the endgame.
Yeah.
And we've also seen Hou Yifan, she's taken down some great players
right.
through direct chess.
Yeah, absolutely. And seeing some resilience, of course. You had a rough day yesterday, just losing 3-4 games in a row, something like that. But then bouncing back and having almost one of the greatest scores today. In fact, she started off really hot today.
Yeah.
It's really
And
nice.
what do you think? Do you think Aronian and Hayk will take a calm draw?
Where's Hayk at right now? What's his score?
He's faltered a little bit. So, yesterday he set this awesome pace, 9 points out of 11. Today, he's lost 3 games already, and he's won 4. So
And it
that's
might be
not
a draw.
enough.
We'll see if Levon offers. I think he knows that he won. But of course, Hayk may not offer. He might want to play here. So we'll take a look at that game just to see how they're feeling. You know what I mean? See how they're feeling. How does he feel? What do you guys think in the chat? What do you think? You're gonna
Definitely.
play it out?
Give us.
Or is it a draw?
What would you do
think?
in this
know
situation?
What? I would offer if I'm Levon. Just I would be. Hey, I know where I am in the standings. I would offer, but if he doesn't accept, then hey, I gave you your chance, right? Of course, if I'm Levon here. But don't never underestimate Hayk. Even yesterday, he started with I think 5 wins in a row, which no one has done that yet. Like that was crazy. We thought Hayk was just going to win almost everything.
Yeah, and we've got some questions on chat saying saying that maybe Hayk will try and win the Blitz, but they were neck and neck at one point. But with these last string of victories, I think Aronian has nailed that one as well.
Yeah. In fact, yeah, especially
I think
the
he's
hot
at
streak
point.
he's on.
Yeah, I mean, let's take a look today.
He's just swinging.
Today he
Playing
kind
the
of
best
got
chess.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.5 points out of 10.
Dang.
Whoa,
Oh my goodness.
that's
too high.
spicy stuff.
Man, what is he doing? You gotta relax, Levon, relax, bro. He said, not yet until this is over. We're gonna keep up the heat and the pressure.
Okay, and we've got some stats from Capil 857 who says tournament situation wise, Hayk should definitely try to win the Blitz and also has an outside chance at overall second, as he is 1 point behind Arjun.
Okay.
And Arjun is playing Kateryna Lagno, so he will definitely come out swinging in that game.
By the way, we have the game live now, Hayk and Levon. Let's take a look at what they're doing there. And we have a Sicilian, good way to finish
Okay.
off, especially if we're going to try to win here. Either side, in fact.
And we also have more comments in the chat telling us that if Hayk does win, he will win the Blitz portion.
Wow. So Hayk wants to
definitely
take this.
he will not give Levon an easy ride, but he has the black pieces.
That's right.
And it's often said amongst elite players, it's actually easier to get a draw with e4 than it is with d4.
That's right. A lot of force lines, more force lines.
Yeah,
with
this,
D4.
I've seen Magnus do it, just like standard.
Easy.
Like, yeah, and I was just like, oh no. When you see it, you're like, oh no. Okay, the knight has come out to a3. And are we going to see c3, knight c2, d4 on the board? Are we going to see perhaps the knight come to c4 and plant itself on e5?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I actually think I am a fan of the c3, but of course the c3 may run into b5.
B5.
But then you have knight c2,
Knight c2,
d4.
d4.
It's very common. Knight c4 is b5 anyway, right? So you could get b5, but then you have knight e5. So there's some knights in the center.
And you tend to back that up with b3 and bishop b2.
Very strong. Big fan of this type of play. Anyway, love putting my bishop on f4 or on b2. Those are my favorite squares for it, obviously. Knight f5, very nice. Just moving the bishop next and getting castled.
And we see a4 being played.
No b5 for you.
No, not today. And
Not today.
what will he play? Bishop e7, b6 on the board. I kind of like the idea of going bishop e7 so that you get ready to meet any potential b3s with bishop f6.
That's very solid. I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah.
Very solid.
But hang on a second. If you do that, swings and roundabouts, you allow white to clamp down with a4, a5.
a5, kind of
So
annoying.
maybe you didn't have time. Sophisticated play from our two players.
b6 on the board as Levon is in the think tank.
No, he's just made a move.
Did he
It just
make a
hasn't
move? It hasn't
appeared.
updated? Okay, perfect. We're just waiting on that.
Yep,
There
there
we
you
go.
go.
We have some
B3,
moves. B3, bishop
bishop
e7,
E7.
bishop e2, and castles. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Anyway, this is the live position here.
And the bishop
Bishop
comes out to
D3.
d3,
Strange.
lining up those Horwitz bishops. No, I
Right.
used to play b3 against the Sicilian,
Okay.
but not in the second move. I would wait until they had gone e6. And one plan that we really liked, that I devised with our captain, was, the knight will come to e5, and then you back it up with f4, and
Ooh,
the
this
queen,
knight
yeah,
F4.
and then the queen will come to f.
Are you sure you're not an aggressive player? That's crazy.
No, I like, but you see this type of position, it's blocked.
Yeah, that's
There are
blocked.
lots of pawns on the board.
Okay.
So those kind of positions I could always handle.
Yeah.
And there's also been a trade of minor pieces.
Absolutely.
And
We also
talking
have a
about
result,
trade,
too, as well.
we
Just
have a
quick
result.
Yeah, Vakhidov and Bibisara with a quick draw.
Okay. It's actually quite a good day for Bibisara. She's actually scored two wins
Okay, how'd she do? 2 wins and...
and 3 draws.
Wow.
I mean,
Very nice.
I mean, for her, this was always going to be about testing herself
learning.
against the world's elite
Absolutely, yeah.
and learning. And this type of result will make you stronger as a player.
Absolutely, makes you feel good too as well. And you were hanging with the best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Some of this here, okay. Knight C to E5. That knight is super annoying in the center here. As Hayk is thinking about what to do. Totally understandable, as this knight is extremely strong. And not only do I have one of them, cool, you can get rid of one, but guess what? I got the other one. Come right behind you. So after knight takes E5, knight takes E5 with knight C6 threats. And he does capture, had to get rid of that knight. Totally understandable. Now we only have to deal with the one, which he does.
Mm-hmm. And rook C8 being played to stop the knight jumping to C6. And coming forward with his pawn. Wait.
I was trying to figure out what happened. Okay, C4, CD4,
Queen takes D4. Okay, just a trade of pawns.
Mm-hmm.
And whose position do you prefer? I kind of like white.
Yeah, I'm the same here. I do like white's position, especially if we trade and we do have to deal with these. I think I just like the initiative. I'm making moves. I'm making you respond, right? And now bishop C5, right, hits the queen. You know, maybe, oh, he just traded him real quick. Traded him off, rook D1. Hey, bro, you want to draw, whatever.
Yeah, because for Levon, it's
So
just,
nothing,
you know,
win.
exactly, he's in a very happy situation that he just has to coast to a draw and it's all good. But the danger with that situation is that you can't get yourself into a negative mindset.
Right.
Because then you start taking those passive decisions, and one of the hardest things in chess is the position being a draw, but not being able to force the draw.
Yeah. I say the best way to get a draw, to play for a draw, is to play for a win. In fact, so you just keep playing as if you were trying to win the game, but if the drawing chances are there, then you can absolutely take them, but don't play passive, trying to play for a draw. That is when it can backfire.
And, okay. But I have to say, there's no plan of improvement for
I was just, I'm like, look at this.
Levon.
Like,
And that's why he reroutes the bishop to C1 and
like
maybe bishop F4. I like that move.
Right.
Oh, we have a ghost in the room.
Yeah,
and then
definitely.
the bishop can also come to E3, target the B6 pawn.
Okay, bishop D4, and maybe bishop E3 now. It's B6. Whoa, gotta be
Whoa,
careful.
no, you've got to be careful now.
Oh,
Hang on
man,
a second.
That's a strong move. You might have to go this way. That might be.
Yeah, but
hold
then
on,
you're
buddy.
finding yourself a bit
In a
tied
little,
up.
right. Hang yourself in a tizzy, is what they say, huh?
And what No, you can't. And what happens if, he has
Here it
actually
is,
done
yeah.
that. That was forced.
And then I think you go bishop E3 now, hit B6, and after you move,
It's black to play though, because I'm
Right.
tempted, if I were black,
play
I would
F4
tempt
or something.
F4,
Yeah,
right?
probably.
But then
That's played too.
it has been played.
My goodness.
But it is a pawn
I think
sacrifice.
I have bishop B2. Oh, it is well, he has rook D3, right?
Yeah, I was thinking knight
Something
takes
like
pawn.
that. And plays bishop B2, which is understandable. And now you trade and we take with the knight.
Try to get rid of the tension. It's always a good idea when you're under pressure just to swap off those attacking pieces.
Absolutely.
If you do
and in
that-
a way, draw agreed. Bishop B2, he offers a draw, and
No?
wow, look how much time. Wait, maybe. Oh, rook
No.
D3. Oh, wow, no.
No draw.
He said no draw. Oh, he loses bishop F5.
Oh, he's lost.
Oh my goodness. Hayk wins.
Height wins.
Hayk wins. Wow, that's
Wow.
crazy. Rook D3. We was just talking about that too, and it just works on the spot. Wow.
Wow.
Dang, boy. Was there anything he could have did about that? Was it just over? F3? You know, that's not a move. No, F3 might have been the. Oh, he was still. Man, he got tied up there. That was.
But
rough.
why didn't he?
It was. That was
Bishop
maybe.
takes.
Maybe this might have been the only move.
Why didn't he
Would
do
be
bishop take? I
Where?
know, because
Oh, bishop
no,
F4.
I was
Yeah,
thinking
same
bishop
idea.
F4,
Rook
but then
D3.
you have rook D3.
Anyway, so this might have been the only move, which is a ridiculous move to make. Knight B2. That's a crazy move.
It feels like, no, you're
I mean,
just
look
going to
at
get rook
this.
takes rook, and
And
after
then-
knight, and then bishop.
F5
F5.
anyway. Oh, he was just cooked. He was cooked. Yeah,
No,
was
he
cooked
took
here.
some passive decisions
He was
and it
cooked.
didn't work. But okay,
Yeah.
such is life. And that means we should dash over to the Kateryna Lagno Erigaisi game.
Okay, let's go. Where is that?
And according to chat, but we'll
Whoa.
soon get it confirmed,
Whoa.
Hayk will be the winner of the Blitz
Of the
portion.
Blitz, yeah.
But I have to say, when it comes to tie breaks, it is the well, this is the overall tie breaks. It is the person with the highest score in rapid.
In rapid.
That is the first tie break.
Okay.
And what do we think about this position?
Well, I am down in exchange, but I do have, some slight
How many pawns?
compensation.
How many pawns? You've got 2
Exactly,
pawns.
right? You know?
That's enough.
6. Yeah, usually when you're down in exchange, they say the 2 pawns. You need
Isn't
2
it?
pawns.
Exactly.
And she has 2 pawns.
And she has 2 pawns,
She does have
so
2 pawns. That makes sense.
Erigaisi
Something like this.
Is on the verge of losing a 3rd one.
Yeah, it's definitely possible to lose this, especially if I'm able to grab this pawn, then I have 2 passed pawns connected, by the way. It could be very problematic. Also, the structure is very nice for white right now, so we'll see what happens. H4 is probably coming at some point, and a rook to G5.
Yeah, and that's why she's
Wow,
simply gone
so
H4.
strong. H4, right. F5 for Arjun.
Arjun is trying. I mean, you can go pawn takes pawn.
Might just push. I mean, wait.
No.
We have takes.
We have takes and rook
takes.
E5. And this is good strategy by Arjun, but after bishop C3, pawn comes up to E5.
Lagno in the driver's
Lagno
seat.
is going to be cruising
Ooh-wee.
down the board with
Connected.
those pawns. Yeah. No, nothing that Arjun can do. Okay, he's trying.
Definitely trying it. G5. I don't think you can't even stop this. So you might have to just push the pawns. Pass pawns must be pushed.
Hang on a second.
He gets king C6 in. G5. Oh, take. Rook takes. Push. Takes.
Yeah, you've
push.
got to take E6.
Yeah, I think you have to go for it.
You have to
don't
go
even
for
have a
E6.
choice, do you?
You don't have a choice.
E6.
E6
Rook takes. You might have to go king.
She pushed her pawns the wrong way. She
Yes,
allowed
you
them to be
pushed them.
blockaded in light squares. But it's okay, the bishop is doing a mighty fine job of holding the H-pawn at bay. But,
Wow.
yeah.
It's not a draw. I mean, it's not over. Because you have to, how do you stop everything? You don't have enough pieces to stop everything.
No, I agree.
Yeah, I think she's
and the
doing
white
fine
king is
still.
now going to come. But whether the king can approach
Is the
and
question.
grab the F4 pawn is...
Might be repeat. I think they might just repeat right now. It might be repeatable.
Well, she could be trying for bishop F6.
Oh yeah,
You-
bishop
and,
F6
and then
D-
bishop
Oh my
E5.
goodness. Oh my goodness. That could be problematic. Oh, I think they repeated.
They're just repeating.
Yeah, they just
and
repeated. Could have been something.
And
Yeah.
look at that!
Grischuk like,
Grischuk
what are you
jumps
doing?
in.
What are you doing?
And says you could have done this, this, and this.
Bishop
Oh, I wish we had
But okay, I mean,
some sound on this.
what are you doing? She's like, I don't care. I just want to get out of it.
And Erigaisi, lucky escape there, and that means everyone is finished. Okay,
Yeah.
and we should check out the standings. Okay, so well, first of all, we should check out the there we can see the players. We see the Maria Cam. She is taking photos, and that was it. That was the last remaining game of the tournament. And in other results, Kramnik does beat Sindarov, and Vincent Keymer also beats Hou Yifan.
Well, guys, I guess we got to see it on the screen here.
Yes, here we go. Kateryna Lagno did in fact draw against Arjun Erigaisi. Levon Aronian losing in a quite devastating way against Hayk Martirosyan, who actually played very impressively. And Vladimir Kramnik, he cruised against Javokhir Sindarov, and Vincent Keymer defeated Hou Yifan. And between Boris Gelfand and Alexander Grischuk, it was just a draw, and it was also a draw, very quick draw, between Bibisara Assaubayeva and Jakhongir Vakhidov. And yeah, so let's check out the final standings in the Blitz portion.
Let's take a look at those. Right, very curious to see if it was Hayk or if it was Levon. So many games.
Chat was telling
Yeah.
us that it was Hayk.
I believe Chat sometimes
Chat's
is
very
500
good.
ELO or they're 5,500 ELO.
Exactly.
There's no in between.
I have complete faith in Chat.
I do too, of course, most days.
And
Most days.
we will be bringing up the table soon.
Table.
And
Cross table.
if we have the cross table available, maybe we can also put up the overall, the combined score, because
nice.
then it would be nice to have it confirmed that Levon Aronian has won the tournament, rather than my quick maths. I have written everything down, so I'm pretty confident.
Let's see.
But when a human is doing it, there's always room for some error.
Hour. One or two here.
And
Chat drunk never saw.
Chat is never
I
wrong.
see you. Chat is intentionally wrong.
And
Puzzle rush. Right. Here we go.
Here we go.
And it is
in first place with 15.5 points.
Hayk.
It was Hayk. And in second place, Levon Aronian with 15 points. So Hayk taking the bragging rights of being winner of the Blitz portion. And in third place, we have Alexander Grischuk with 13 points out of 22. And in fourth place, Vincent Keymer. And it was a really bad day at the office for Arjun Erigaisi. Didn't quite work well for him in the Blitz. He finished in fifth place with 12 points.
Yeah, definitely tough, but at the same time, of course, great chess for everybody here. Hayk, down set, Hayk Martirosyan is that man, 15.5, and nobody knew he was going to be this strong, in fact. So very good, and congratulations to him for winning the Blitz portion. But is Levon the main guy?
He is. According to my calculations, he is the main guy.
Nice.
He is the winner of the 20,300,000 tenge, which translates to roughly 45 to 47,000 US dollars. That's a lot of money for 5 days' work.
Hey,
and what can we say? This was a very special tournament.
An event.
And a very special event.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
this has taken chess up to another level. I know. And I actually think before we close the show, I think I would like to give a few thanks.
Of course.
First of all, I'd like to thank the sponsors and the partners for their absolute generosity here. Without them, this would not have been possible. First up is the National Lottery of Kazakhstan, Satty Zhuldyz, and investment company Freedom Broker, for the tastiest and probably the largest confection company in Kazakhstan, Bayan Sulu. We've been admiring their adverts, and also I can confirm their chocolate is very tasty. Natural Water Turan, and Art Flowers, and G Park Central Chess Club Astana, and the AB Chess Platform. And also, of course, the Bibisara Assaubayeva Chess Foundation, which has been spearheaded by Liana and her team, who have paid attention to every single little bit of detail. They have really taken chess tournaments up to a whole extraordinary new level. It's been like a showbiz experience, and that is no lie.
Absolutely.
And I'd also like to thank Dima and his crew for being so awesome and hardworking. Maria, of course, for hosting us on the channel. And you, James, for making the days just fly by and been awesome. And last but not least, every single one of you who has watched the show from your homes, whether it be on Twitch or on YouTube. Keep on enjoying chess every move of the way. And good morning, good afternoon, or good night, wherever you are in the world. And until the next. Bye-bye.
See you, chat. Love you all.
Сәтті Жулdyz акционерлік қоғамы Қазақстандағы бірыңғай лотерея операторы. Ұлттық лотерея ақшалай ұтыстардан бөлек талай қазақстандыққа пәтер мен автокөлік сыйлады. Компания көптеген жобаларға демеушілік жасайды. Спорттың дамуына қаржылай көмек көрсету, Қазақстан халқына қоғамдық қорын қолдау, білім гранттарын бөлу, мемлекеттік тілді дамыту, сұлу жобасы, зағип бүлдіршіндердің ел қатарлы дамуына жағдай жасау, ауыл мектептері мен спорт клубтарын спорттық жабдықтармен қамтамасыз ету, мұқтаж жандарды азық-түлікпен қамтамасыз ету. Сәтті Жулdyz, сапа мен жауапкершілік мекені.
8 компаний, 15 стран и 2 миллиона пользователей. Один бренд и тысячи возможностей. Цифровая экосистема Freedom – это инвестиции, банкинг, страхование, платежи, покупка смартфонов, билеты на мероприятия, шины и диски для авто. Стоп, шины? Мы даже шины оцифровали. Мы охватываем максимум направлений, чтобы дать вам ультрасовременный сервис во всем. Freedom Broker. Умножайте сбережения правильно. Инвестируйте на мировом уровне. Freedom Bank. Цифровая ипотека, автокредит и инвестиционная карта – это быстро, удобно и легко. Freedom Insurance. Страхование нового поколения. Подписка за несколько кликов, и вы защищены. Freedom Life. Наша работа – это ваше спокойствие и безопасность. Freedom Mobile. Супербыстрый способ обновить телефон, а главное – качественный сервис. Freedom Pay. Управляйте вашим бизнесом через приложение, совершайте платежи без ограничений. Freedom Drive. Большой выбор колес и шин от мировых производителей. Быстрая доставка. Всего за 2 часа. удобный интерфейс. Тикетон. И посещайте кино, театры, концерты вместе с нами. Наш главный актив – это люди. 2 миллиона пользователей, 4000 профессионалов, сотни тысяч акционеров. Спасибо, что создаете Freedom вместе с нами. Экосистема Freedom стирает границы и объединяет людей. Будьте первыми в экосистеме первых.
Барлық су бірдей ме? Адам қолымен өзгертілгені де бар. Табиғаттан жаратылғаны да бар. Табиғи минералдары бар суды ізде. Туран табиғаттан жаратылған.